It's Moneybox! Please welcome your host, Royal Flush. Good evening, and welcome to Game Night on Thursday the 9th of October. Hope everyone is doing well. Sorry about that, OBS just decided, nah, wasn't the operator, wasn't graphics, wasn't the blue screen, so just OBS things really. And here's your host, critical error, get out, yes, it's one of those moments, wasn't it?
Critical error.
How y'all doing? Welcome to Game Night. It's lovely to have you here. Hello, Bear. Do you need to go away? I think you need to go away. There you go. Take your bowl. I'll close him out of the room. Yes, how's everyone doing? It's good to be back. I've lost like half the audience just in a 5-second drop of OBS. I've no idea what that was about, but that's the way it goes, isn't it? Nice to have you all here. Hope you're keeping well. Do you have a good week? I wasn't here at the weekend. How was the weekend? I hope it was suitably fun, and you didn't miss me too much. I am now back for a good stretch. I'm here for at least 5 weeks, I think, before I'm off again now. So you were very ill. Is that the lack of game night, JR? Is that what's going on there? That's that calls for this button.
What a shame.
Indeed. Nice to see you all. Do come and join the game if you want to come and play. You need the universal controller. You need the room code. It is Moneybox. It's been written by JR. Thank you very much to Coda for that pack of Bamboozle that we had earlier on, and very many thanks to Toot for proofing it as well. Yes, it's this should be a lot of fun tonight. Looking forward to tonight. We've got Moneybox and we've got the Pyramid. And let me tell you, 100% of my timeline for the last week or so, certainly since Monday, has been either building the project that we're building at work, which is going into studio in about 4 weeks' time, or rebuilding Google that. That is literally 100% of my timeline. And that was always going to be the plan. And this is before Unity decided to ruin my weekend by just letting everyone know that... oh, hello. Brisbane gifting out 5 subs there. Well, how very, very kind of you. We welcome Arun, CJ, Will, Arkham Fan, and Riff Raccoon to the fan. Enjoy a month of ad-free viewing. And thank you for the generosity there, Brisbane. Yes, press refresh. Enjoy ad-free viewing. Oh, there's too much music. This one does not gel very well with the Moneybox music. Brisbane, thank you for your generosity and welcome on into Arun, CJ, Will, Arkham Fan, and Riff Raccoon. I'm doing okay. Well, I'm broadly doing okay. Say, Unity ruined my weekend when they decided to let everyone know that, yeah, for the last 8 years, there's been a security hole in every single one of our releases. Which means I need to rebuild every single piece of software. But it's not as simple as that, because unlike other, sensible programmers, my software has not been running on the LTS version, which is the long-term support version of the Unity editor, and they've only patched the most recent edition of each year. So I've now got to go through, format by format, updating the editor, making sure that everything still works, and then rebuilding it for 20 or so different formats, and it's honestly it's about the worst thing that's ever happened. Well, no, that's not quite true, but it's deeply frustrating. And so that is going to be being rolled out probably over the course of the next season, because as I said, 100% of my non-work timeline has been given over to rebuilding Google That, which is getting there slowly, because that's premiering a week on Saturday. God, it can't be a week on Saturday. 2 weeks on Saturday, I think. 2 weeks on Saturday sounds about right. A week on Saturday would be very frightening. So I had a read of the ethical hacker who found it, and it's something to do with people can proxy access other functions of the Unity. So basically, if you're using the universal controller, incidentally, that is the #1 priority. I haven't done it yet. But in fact, actually, if you're using Universal Controller in WebGL, i.e. in the browser, it won't have affected you, because it seems WebGL builds were not affected. So if you're using the browser version, you've got nothing to worry about. Holy shit! A Sooty Cat gifting out 5 gift subs to DMC, Silver Electron, Invasion McMickey, Magic Herring, and Con Radlack. Holy shit, what's going on tonight? All the generosity. Do we just like the music rubbing against each other and not really working out? Super generosity there, Sooty Cat. Thank you so much. Oh my actual word. What is happening? Is it just because we are live? Yes, we live for the dissonance. We do indeed. And let's do it again as JR gifts out another 5 subs. This time going out to Lewis, Woollyback, Naked Grandma, Score Count, and now Cut That Out. All you guys enjoy ad-free viewing for the next month. I haven't had one of these for a while. We're at Hype Train level 4, 86%. I have not had one of these for years. So, holy shit, guys. Thank you. I should take Saturday off more often if this is what happens. Everyone is now sub. You get a subscription. You get a subscription. Everybody gets a subscription. Yeah. So, guys, thank you very much. No one is under any obligation to subscribe, incidentally, or bit, but it's always very much appreciated. Most of it does go back into supporting the community and making the software better, and paying for things that help make my life easier, like Unity assets and Discord Nitro. But it's always very much appreciated. So thank you very, very much, everybody, for the generosity. Hugely appreciated. Now, yeah, so Unity ruined my weekend. So the nature of it is if you're on WebGL, it won't affect you, but Windows and Android versions of software are susceptible to something that it's not going to be, no one's going to be able to plant a Trojan horse on your computer, incidentally. It's not that sort of thing. It's just, what I understand is that there is the potential for somebody to access other controls within the Unity application through a key or something. So yeah, that's that is going to be patched out. The Universal Controller is going to be first priority. Google that is already being built in Unity 6 long-term support version, and so I've got to make the decision whether or not I want to upgrade everything from the 2020 version I was using to 2020 LTS, or if I just want to force everything into Unity 6, which will be probably require more QA to get it right, but. Yeah, it's very annoying, put it that way. But it is something that needs to be addressed, and it will be being rolled out over the next few weeks. So, yay, big fun. And yes, I do need to send Lewis my Risky Business Pack, which we're playing next Thursday. So I need to make some time for that at some point. And there's another noise, a message from our sponsor, Acid Bash.
74. That's like a bigly big number. Some barely believe that numbers even exist beyond 80.
There is discussion to that effect, Ash, that numbers beyond 80 do not exist. But thank you for the 74-month subscription. So that's 6 years and 2 months. That's an insane. Oh, I just had an interesting message from work. Here's a message from our sponsor, Oni.
Here comes the Tripe Train. Choo choo.
Tripe Train, choo choo. Indeed. Thank you for the 100 bits, Oni and Ash. Thank you for 74 months. Goodness gracious me. We've known each other that long and been hanging around in the same circles for that amount of time. It is insane, but I very much appreciate the support. Incidentally, I feel like I should probably subscribe more to Ashes. I should probably do tier 2, because all the Universal Controller stuff, all that headless software, that's all Ash's server end is supporting all of that. So yeah, I feel like in terms of paying it forward, I definitely need to do that more. So remind me I said that at some point in the future. Right, it is game night. It is nearly 8:30. So we are going to get on with this game very shortly. If you want to play Moneybox, if you want to be in the hot seat, remember that you do need to have a microphone. You need to be in a microphone. You need to be in a microphone. You don't need to be in a microphone, but you need to have a microphone. You do need to be in the Discord server. So do pop yourself over there if you think you would like to come and play Moneybox tonight. The pack has been written by JR. No, so we're not going to be picking you, JR. It's been written by JR. It has been proofed by Stimpton Zango. Thank you very much to both of them for their efforts. And I'm looking forward to seeing this play out. I have got another bottle of red wine there, but I don't particularly want to open that one because I'm on a Shiraz at the moment, and that's a Bordeaux. These are the problems that I have. Ben says you have to be in the Abbey Road studios to put your ticket. Yeah. Well, it's had a message from work that we've the show that we've been working on for the last 9 weeks has now officially wrapped. It's very exciting. Some of you may have already seen some of this show. I'm not going to say any more about it, but it's all very exciting. what is going on when you get to a rat point. And later on we've got The Pyramid, as written by Vertigo. First returning writer, not first time writer, but Shiraz Before Bordeaux and You'll Glow. But Vertigo returning to the writing scene. We're very grateful to Matt Cola, who's proofed that pack. That's coming up a little bit later on as we return to the world of The Pyramid after we have played Moneybox. So, without any further ado, I think it is time for me to pick a player. Make sure you are in the Discord if you want to be in the hot seat, and then you'll get, if you're the first to be picked, you will get to pick Shiraz Before Bordeaux, You'll Glow. Bordeaux before Shiraz. You meet Cameron Diaz? I don't know, does that work? I haven't said hello to everyone. Good evening to SJ, Lewis, Fetz, Necker Grandma, Lupine, Brisbane, John, Colin, 8, Proogs, BC, Solomon Flyboy, CJ, Anisep, Arun, Silver Electron, Oni, JR, Matt the Sprat, Sportsy, Simpsons Angle, and Sportsy, thank you for that raid, my dude. Hope you're keeping well. Simpsons Angle, G. Isons, Conrad Lack, Toot, Will, Riff Raccoon, Invasion McMikey, TVP, Silent Marine, DMC, Sooty Cat, Ash the Bash, Clive a Legend, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering, and lingering in the chat. You are most welcome to be here. Thank you for joining me this Thursday evening game night. I'm sorry I was away on Saturday, but I had a good show, good magic show. And yeah, incidentally, another reason my week has been ruined. Apparently, I've got plantar fasciitis, or however the hell you pronounce it. It just came on suddenly on Monday evening, and now I'm hobbling very badly and in a lot of pain on my foot, which is really annoying because it's the 500th Chichester Park run this weekend. Have you got it as well, Oni? That's the stuff, isn't it? Yeah, it's the 500th Chichester Park run this week, and I was really looking forward to doing it. And for a while there. Well, my sister's apparently got it at the moment, and about within 12 hours of describing my symptoms, about 4 people said, oh, it's probably plantar fasciitis. I asked ChatGPT and it agreed. So, so that's very irritating. Because I can't run at the moment. And my sister says it's really hard to get rid of, and people are saying, oh, you'll have it for 6 to 12 months. I'm like, I really don't want it for 6 to 12 months. No, I know ChatGPT is not a doctor, but my doctor's probably just going to say the same thing until I go to a podiatrist or a physio. You just put to... Not immediately. When 4 people told me that those symptoms sound like this, including my sister who has it, with gout, apparently 19th Century Street urchin who drinks too much port, apparently, only. He's going to be on ChatGPT on the NHS soon. Anyway, that's all very depressing. Let's lock this lobby. As the hype train leaves the station, holy crap, guys, 16 gift subs and 100 bits. That is insane support. Thank you so much. Have an emote of some sort. I'm going to pick a player, and then that player's going to pick a partner, and then we're going to play Moneybox. I'm going to open it over there as well. I'll do the same thing twice. How fun. Right, let's pick our player who's going to come and play Moneybox tonight. It is... It's Arun Aromatics, a.k.a. Andrew Maxwell, apparently. Arun, make your way down to the green room, and Lewis will sound test you, make sure everything is okay. I'm not going to go into studio mode. I'm going to start virtual cam and then turn my camera on so that hopefully you can see the studio. You probably won't hear the sounds, Arun. Not that you can hear me at the moment because you're in the green room. But make your way into the broadcast studio as and when you're here, Arun. And we will start recording as well, so I've got it locally. Right. Hopefully, all will be well moving forwards from here. Arun, hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hello. I'm keeping well. How are you?
Yeah, well enough. Apart from OBS just keeps shitting itself and dying. So that
True,
notwithstanding, I'm doing well. Apart from that, and my foot and Unity ruining my weekend and all the other things that are problematic. But how are you? Less about me. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Yeah.
Good. Okay. Well, good chat.
Moved into a new flat in the last 6 weeks. Things going well with that.
Nice. And how's that panning out for you?
It's panning out very well. Yeah. It's used to be an Airbnb. There's lots of just general things, which is good for me.
And is that bachelor pad? Is that colleagues? Is that former student friends? Is that partner? Is that you on your own?
Just me. Just you. Which is great.
Fantastic. There is something very cathartic about having one's own place. It means if you want to do the dishes naked, you can do that, and there's no one around to complain.
All right. Okay.
I mean, if you're into that, I mean, I'm not into that sort of thing. You might be. I don't know. But, don't judge. Don't judge people who run. It's not nice to judge people. This is going well. This is. I feel this is a really solid conversation that we're having.
I can judge people for having their kitchen far warmer than mine is.
Well, yes, that's true. I suppose you are. You still up in the frozen north?
Yes, yeah. Further over to the east, further over to the west now. But yes, still up there.
North of the wall. Well, you get to play Moneybox tonight. You get to play JR's pack. Have you played Moneybox before?
Yeah. Not since it all got changed.
Not since the reskin. Well, that's very exciting. Now, of course, you get to bring somebody with you to help you out. So who would you like to be your partner in crime this evening?
Clive.
Clive of Legend. Let me press the magic button. I will attempt to select Clive of Legend. Let's see if it can do just that. There we have Clive of Legend and a run. Clive, pop your way down to the green room and we will get you mic checked and into the broadcast studio, and hopefully OBS will just stay alive for the rest of the evening, which would be very nice. So, fortunately, it's just OBS that's dying, so it's only a brief interlude if it does break down, and everything else is still alive, so that's good. We'll get Clive in, so hopefully you can cover the UK bent and Clive can cover the US bent. Maybe that's the sort of logic you're playing for here.
That's the thinking, yeah. That's the thinking.
We'll see what we can do. Are you here, Clive? Clive of Legend?
Nope.
This would be really problematic if Clive was suddenly not here. Let me at them. Clive of Legend, a green room, if you please. Clive of Foot. Yes. There he is in the green room. Lovely. He's there. Fantastic. So he's going to quick sound check from Lewis. Now, while we wait for Clive, let me go and take a look at the Moneybox leaderboard. Now, up at the top of the leaderboard, you've got Huds and Hibby with 6,100. Second is Proves and Shapes with 5,125. JR and Clayton have 3,375. Inca and Zeus have 3,013. Tipser and Lupine close out the top 5 with 2,282. Any particular place you think you'd like to get to tonight? Just for context here, Royal Flush and Ash the Bash managed to get 125 and are currently 9th of 9.
Yeah, since you... I'm glad you reset the leaderboard upon reskinning it, because Sam and I had the record for banking the lowest.
Oh, did you?
Recorded sum.
So that's not a particular honour that you're looking to reclaim, I guess.
No.
Okay. Clive of Legend, welcome to the broadcast studio. How are you doing?
I'm good. What is poppin'?
What is poppin'? Is that a thing that you kids are saying these days? What's poppin'
all the time
on the stream? Well, I'll tell you what is popping.
We don't go to the movies anymore.
Well, a run has invited you to take part in Moneybox. Now, Clive, have you played Moneybox since it was reskinned? I don't think you have you?
No, not since the very early days.
Right. Well, now's an opportunity for you two to right that wrong as we go into our game. This pack has been written by JR. Here's the rules. Quick reminder of how to play. And again, you probably won't have sounds your end, but you should have visuals on the screen. You need to select a coin to go into the money box, so keep your universal controllers open because you will need to press buttons on those. Then you need to pick a question category. You get the question correct to add the value of the coin to your money box. If you get it wrong, the coin goes out of the game forever. And of course, if you hit one of those 4 killer coins that are in the game, it will half your accumulated jackpot. You're looking to leave 2 categories to the end, which you will answer together, but without getting feedback before each one individually. So basically, you want to leave something that you've got a good chance of getting at the end, but also you want to get some good questions along the way so you can build up a nice accumulated jackpot. You know the drill, don't you? You happy with the rules, both of you?
Yeah,
let's.
Just about.
Good stuff. Well, if you get stuck along the way, I'm here to hold your hand, and won't that be glorious? Hope you're ready to play, and I hope you're ready to play along at home. Let's play Moneybox!
Yeah. Oh, hell.
And stop recording, start virtual cam. Right. If it happens again, chat, I will beg slightly more patience because I will update OBS at that point, because this is just getting silly now. It's like 4 times. This is not this is not a me problem, I feel, at this point. Anyway, to our categories. We have got Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, WrestleMania, Saturday night's main event, Money in the Bank, Night of Champions, Evolution, SummerSlam, Clash in Paris, Crown Jewel, Survivor Series War Games, and King of the Ring. Apologies, some of the text there has not quite managed to pass onto the board correctly, but hopefully it's clear enough and it says on your devices. Those are the categories you're going to be playing for. So the first time we go to the category board, I'll let you have a little conversation about what you're going to go for thereafter, and you'll have 10 seconds to make a decision. So for now, let's poodle on over to our money box. And Clive, you've got first choice of coin.
Gosh, just the other day I saw Rainbow and I thought that yellow stripe, just to the left of center, looks evil, so I'm going to the right.
Go for the, of course, yellow coin on the right. Right, have a little chat about where these categories are going. Obviously a little bit of a wrestling theme, but we all know how Moneybox works. Have a little chat about where you want to go, what you might want to leave, and what you might want to play early. Floor is yours.
Okay.
I've already got a migraine.
Do we want to try and work out what some of these are?
Yes. I mean, Royal Rumble, presumably royalty.
Okay. Elimination Chamber, I don't know. WrestleMania, I don't know. Saturday night's main event, I don't know. Evolution's going to be about evolution, isn't it?
Sure. Pokemon, maybe, if really unlucky.
Someone else can take that if they want. That's one for the straw poll, I reckon.
All right, what have we decided? What's our first category going to be?
Do you want to get rid of something we've got no idea about?
I would destroy WrestleMania as fast as possible.
Let's do that then. Let's go for that.
Okay. Press the button, Arun. There we go. WrestleMania is loaded up. Question with 2 options. You will have 45 seconds to discuss. Audience, you've got 15 seconds. And remember, you've got a straw poll available if you want to poll the audience before you commit to your answer. Good luck. Here are your options. Andy Kaufman or Mr. T? And a question to go with them. Which celebrity teamed with Hulk Hogan in the main event of the very first WrestleMania in 1985? You have got 45 seconds, 15 seconds in the audience, and time starts now.
Are you going to tell us when the ping is, Ben?
I will tell you when the ping is.
Okay. What are your feelings in this? Because mine are not great.
Yeah, about as bad as I thought they'd be.
Straw poll now available.
My only thinking is, when did Mr. T get famous?
Well, the A-Team was the 70s, the late 70s at the earliest, right? So he was definitely famous for these.
Okay. Okay. I thought it was a wee bit later than that, but that's probably just me being wrong.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's a 70s to 80s show.
So it could be
Andy Kaufman, I've got no...
Yeah. Let's go Mr. T, because we know the times are more likely to be right.
Where are we
I
going?
would be thrilled to go with Mr.
We're going Mr. T, Ben.
Mr. T, shall we lock that in?
Yeah.
Yes, let's do that. Let's confirm Mr. T. Let's see how our audience played. That's quite a nice start for you, 64%. So audience seem to be on side with you, which is good. 36% going Andy Kaufman. Let's have a look. Is that the right answer, first of all? Yeah, it is. You're right sort of about Mr. T being in his heyday towards the end of the 70s. Andy Kaufman had a famous feud with Jerry the King Lawler in Memphis in 1982, so another famous name from the world of wrestling. But it was Mr. T where after teamed up with Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 1985. Now, those are the values in the game. We haven't found any killers yet. Now would be a great time to find a killer, get them out of the way early, and on a right answer, even on a wrong answer at this point, it doesn't really matter. Let's see, what did we bring to your money box? Good start, 850.
Okay. Very good, yeah.
It's money on the board, cash in the bank, as it were, 850. Not a killer, so there's still 4 of them floating around there, but let's get the ball rolling and add 850 to your camera. Start recording again, capture game. And we should be back in the room. Okay, OBS has been updated to 32.0.1, which sounds slightly scary, but we are back in the room. So, fortunately, it's only OBS that is dying. It's don't know what that's about, but hopefully it'll be a bit more stable moving forwards now. Scorecap, welcome to the stream. Let's get on with the game and pick our next coin. And a run. You to choose.
Oh, let's go with that one.
Orange on the right, into the money box it goes. Little chat on your category, and then we will put it on the board.
Anything threatening you?
If evolution is about Pokemon, then yes.
Okay, shall we get rid of it?
Let's get rid of it.
Yeah.
Evolution is what it is. Okay, I can say with some confidence, this is not about Pokemon. Let's take a look at your options. Fish with jaws or fish without jaws? And a question to go
Which
with
of these
it.
exists?
Could be. Invertebrate evolution, which appeared first? 15 seconds in the audience, 45 seconds to discuss. Straw poll available, and your time starts now.
Well, fish don't have jaws, do they? They don't have them now. So is that sort of thing
No,
So is that sort of thing that they could have evolved to lose jaws?
Straw poll available.
that's possible. Feels weird to start with them and then go without them. Like, how do you skip that intermediate step of not having them?
I don't know, but evolutionarily they could have realised that, we don't eat things that require a jaw. Let's just not bother having them. Let's just
That's true.
live to the water and...
I mean, I like Ardenfetz's responses. Trick question, fish don't exist, but there's no such thing as a fish, as we're all
True.
well versed on.
True.
But there is a correct answer to this question, so which one are we going to go for?
Should we try with jaws?
Works for me.
Let's
With
do it.
jaws?
Yeah, let's.
Okay, let's lock in with jaws. Let's see what the audience thought as well. Looks pretty close run thing. 43%. So more of the audience thinking they first appeared without jaws. You guys, and 43% of the audience leaning more towards with jaws. Let's see if that's the right answer. I'm afraid not. No, placoderms, which are armoured fish, and acanthodi, which is a spiny shark, developed during the Silurian period around 23.5 million years ago. So those are fish with jaws. So 23.5 million years ago. But fish without jaws, Agantha, first appeared in the Cambrian explosion about 530 million years ago. So
Wow,
way
that's very
before. Way before without jaws. Yeah, fish with jaws appearing much later on. So not a right answer. So we've got to hope that this is a low value and ideally not a killer. Let's take a look. What did you bring to your money box? Okay.
Not bad.
That's about as good as we could have hoped for. Yeah, low 150 non-killer. It's a bit of a nothing burger, really. We don't mind that too much. It's low three figures. Let's move on rapidly and take it out of the game. Although it would have taken your jackpot to a nice round 1,000, so that makes things slightly sad. But never mind, not to be. You've got 850 in your jackpot. Let's check in with the audience game after 2 questions. And we have got a few people who managed to get both on 1,000 there. Colin, Conrad, DMC, Fetz, and Flyboy all on 1,000. You guys are very happily in tied second, along with Oni, Grams, Cola, Ralph, Silent Solomon, and Woollyback. Brisbane, Marcini, Matt, and Silver Electron just getting the second of those 2 questions. Ape, CJ Proves, and Will yet to score, but still plenty of questions in the game. As we go back to our money box, and Clive, it's your choice.
I'm quite happy to keep taking out the right.
Continuing with the right, the red coin on the right, and a run. Discussion.
I have that clipped and sent to my employer.
I'm gonna pretend that I didn't understand the reference and go to a run to say discussion, and then a category in 10 seconds.
I don't mind at all. you want something else to
yeah, I
find
don't
out? Or something?
I mean,
Get the confidence back.
sorry. How are you on Royals?
Okay. Okay, yeah.
Okay,
Do you try that?
that's it.
Let's.
Yeah, works for me.
Royal Rumble is where we're going. Shapes, welcome to the stream. Let's take a look at your options. Japan or Chile? Japan or Chile?
Oh,
What are you thinking, Clive?
I think I was focusing on the wrong half of the name.
You thinking it might be going in a rumbly direction rather than a royal direction?
Japan leads me to think so.
Oh,
Let's-
because Crown Jewels is also there, and that's going to be the royal question, isn't it?
Well, let's take a
Yeah, of
look.
course.
Which country experienced the largest recorded earthquake ever in 1960? 15 seconds in the audience, 45 seconds to discuss. Straw poll available, and your time starts now.
Interesting.
Yeah, don't know off the top of my head.
I don't know off the top of my head either.
Japan does have a lot of seismic activity.
Because you've
Sorry.
got all the tsunamis and stuff like that, but
Straw poll
Chile's
available.
such a rogue one
Yeah.
to put the wrong answer in it.
Yeah, I think so. I was a horrible weeaboo for years. I never once heard about a record-breaking earthquake in the 60s, and I watched quite a lot back then. So, Chile even rings a slight bell. That's what I'm leaning towards.
That's a good reason, isn't it? It's on the, or it's on this. I think it's closer to the equator than Japan would be. And I don't know if that means anything plate-wise, but
that is a fact about Chile that we're going to report. There's no relevance to the question, or it might have relevance to the question. What are we leaning towards Chile, are we?
yes,
You want to play?
I think so.
yes. What did I
Alright.
say?
Yeah.
Let's lock in Chile, and let's see what the audience thought. That bodes fairly well. 64% going for Chile, 36% for Japan. Let's find out first of all if it's a right answer. Yes, it is.
There we go.
Most studies have placed it at 9.4 to 9.6 on the moment magnitude scale, which is colossally big. Conversely, the largest earthquake in Japan was quite recent, 2011, measured at 9.0 to 9.1 on the moment magnitude scale. That's sort of in living memory for most of us, if not all of us. Some big earthquakes both sides of the international punchline. But Chile was the correct answer. You found the right answer. Let's see what you brought to your money box. Okay, top of the shop, 2,000.
There we go.
That's what we like to see. Well, I say we like to see it. It's great on the face of it. It's 2,000 going into your jackpot. Not to be the voice of doom. We've still not found any killers yet, so there's still 4 in play. And also, finding the 2,000 this early can be a bit of a poison chalice. You've got it, but now the job is to retain it. But let's not
Even
focus.
half of it's still 1,000, isn't it?
Well, that's very true. It's still worth 1,000, so it's still big money. But it's just a little bit of pressure for the rest of the game. But let's not take away from the moment. That's a great result. Let's add 2,000 to your jackpot. 28.50 is where we're up to, and if we take a look at the leaderboard, if you were to bank out right now, you are already in 5th place, I beg your pardon, behind Inca and Zeus. But still a long way to go, and still a lot of cash up there. There's still 7,000 left on the board, and a potential jackpot of 98.50. Big money. But let's keep going with the game. Back to the money box. A run is your choice of coin.
Yeah, it's working so far.
And we get the reaction shot of the green on the right going into the money box. 10 seconds to discuss. Then Clive, pick a category.
What's someone?
Anyone you were thinking of keeping to the end?
Clash in Paris, maybe. If it's a European-y question, I might have a better idea now.
Okay. Did you say SummerSlam you wanted to go for?
Yeah. I've also just seen I've just also seen King of the Ring, and that might also be a royalty question.
There's lots of royalty questions, lots of potential royalty questions. It's half the fun of this game. Right, we've gone for SummerSlam though, and let's take a look at our options. Beltane Mayday, or Lunasu. Sorry if I actually pronounced that correctly. Lunasu. First harvest. So Beltane, Mayday.
I can imagine you've been practicing that all day.
Lunasu. I've just realised I've got it on a host note here. Lunasu, first harvest. Those are the options. Any of those ringing a bell with either of you?
I know what Beltane is, yeah.
Okay, well, let's see.
They're Irish.
Let's see if the question brings something that we might have an idea on. Here it is. Which of these pagan festivals is traditionally held closest to the summer solstice? 15 seconds in the audience, 45 seconds for you two to discuss. Straw poll is still available, and your time starts now.
Right, so the summer solstice is the end of June, yeah? 21st of June?
I think so, right?
So,
Sounds right.
so May Day, at worst, could be at the start of May. So you've got a month and 3/4. You're not having the
Straw poll available.
You're not having the first harvest until November, really, are you? And then
That depends on the crop, I think, but yeah.
Yeah, but if it's Irish, and these look to be, then you'd imagine them being sort of autumnal, because that's sort of when harvest, all the harvest celebrations are, and that'd be all of August, all of July, and a bit of June as well. So I'd say Beltane probably.
Sounds logical to me.
Going Beltane?
I think so, yeah.
All right,
so.
let's lock it in. How did the audience get on with that one? They're leaning towards Beltane as well. 65% going Beltane, 35% going for Lunasu. Interesting you mentioned harvest being in October. Actually, the weekend that's just gone by when I was away was because it was the Harvest Festival at the church. So we had the Harvest Supper on the Saturday night, which is where I was performing magic. And we had the Feast of the Harvest. So it's normally the first weekend in October, certainly in the Church of England, not as late as November. I can say you were bang on about the summer solstice. It is June the 21st. Which of these, though, is closer? Were you and the majority of the audience right, or were you wrong? You were wrong. Yeah, it's May the 1st, 51 days away. That's when May Day is. Lunasu is August the 1st, so 41 days away. So yeah, because the harvest. I think the Harvest Festival in the Church of England is when they gather the last of the harvest in before the winter sets in. So the first harvest is where you're going to be starting to collect it before the weather starts to turn, I think, historically. So harvest being at the beginning of October, that's the last harvest, not the first harvest. So I think that may have been an extra in for you there, but it's not a right answer. Let's hope the damage isn't too bad. We're looking to avoid killers now. Let's try and keep it low if we can. What did we bring to our money box? Okay, again, that's about as good as we could have hoped for. 100 non-killer. It's you're getting these wrong at the right time, I have to say. It's these little coins that we don't care about, and still avoiding those killers. There's still 4 killers in the game, and we're 4 questions deep now. So going to get a little bit scary. I mean, statistically, we are guaranteed to uncover at least, I think it's 2. Let's see. We're going well so far. Let's get rid of the 100 and continue the game. As Solomon was saying, flirting with danger here, lads. Flirting with danger. But yeah, we've still got another 6 questions to get through, and there are 4 killers still in the game. Which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which means you're guaranteed to find at least 2. I think there are now half of the remaining values are killers. But on the positive side, there's still a potential jackpot of 9,500 and 6,650 still left in the game. Let's take a little peep at our audience leaderboard at this point. Flyboy has the lead with 3,000. You guys are doing very, very well, actually. In second place, 2,850, tied up with Oni, Cola, Ralph, Silent Marine, Solomon, and Woollyback. Brisbane, Silver Electron on 2,250. Marcini's got 2,150. Prues and Will on 2,100. Conradlac on 1,100. Colin and DMC and Fetzer on 1,000. Grams on 950. Matt on 250. Ape and CJ still yet to score, but still plenty of questions to go. Let's go back to the money box and find another coin. And Clive, it's your choice. We're going for the blue one on the right. A silent selection there. 10 seconds to discuss, and then a run. You've got choice of category.
Anything you want kept to the final?
I think it would probably be okay at currency, so maybe money.
I think that'd be good. Yeah. Do you want to try Elimination Chamber since it's another one we don't really know what it is?
Yeah, works for me.
And then just go for the worst ones, progressing to the better ones as we go on.
Sounds good.
Let's do it.
Okay, Elimination Chamber is what we've gone for. Let's take a look at the options. House of Representatives or Senate? Arun now very glad he's got an American partner here. Let's see.
It's a law question. It's a law question.
There's a law question here. We've got a lawyer and an American. So hopefully between you we can land on the right answer, but let's see what the question brings. Members of which chamber of the United States Congress must be at least 30 years old? Members of which chamber of the United States Congress must be at least 30 years old? 15 seconds in the audience, 45 seconds for you two to discuss. Straw poll is still available if you want to use it, and your time starts now.
Do you know this one?
Okay. Not off the top of my head. Do you know how old, I know she's not the youngest ever, but do you know how old AOC was when she became a representative?
No idea. No idea. Seems like you've got... Which are there more of?
Straw poll available.
Are there more senators or more representatives?
More representatives. There's a lot of representatives. There's only 100.
I thought there were like tons of them. So if being senates sort of seen as more prestigious, if there's fewer of them, would that have more straight age restriction? Is all I can think of.
That was my gut. Yeah. That they have a lot more power than representatives, so I would have picked them as a gut feeling.
Yeah, if that was both of our gut feelings, I think best to go with it. Yeah.
Happy to go with Senate?
Sounds good.
Let's do it.
Let's lock it in.
Yep.
Let's see what the audience thought. Again, audience are sort of agreeing with you. 65% going Senate, 35% House of Representatives. Were you right? Were you right? Yes. Yes, have to be in the Senate, you must be at least 30 years old. House of Representatives, you must be at least 25 years old. So you're right that Senate is considered a more prestigious position, and presumably one you apparently need more life experience to fulfill properly. Now, so we get some more money. Let's hope it's one of those bigger ones. Now would be a really good time to unearth one of those 4 killers on a right answer. Let's see if we can do just that. What did you bring to your money box? It is a killer. What we want to see.
Hey.
Only 350.
That's all right.
But it's still cash. It's still going to be putting your jackpot in a positive direction, and it's still one of the values you need to get the remaining maximum score. So all good. Let's add it to your jackpot. $3,200 now in the bank, which is good. It's still going up. We haven't gone down yet at any point. Still 3 killers in the game, and we are halfway through. 5 more questions. 7 values to choose from. 3 of them are killers. Maximum win now 93.50. 61.50 left up on the board. Time for another coin. A run.
Let's finish them off.
Finishing off the left-hand side, and sorry, the right-hand side, I beg your pardon. No, I can't read things properly. 10 seconds to discuss, and then Clive, you've got choice of category.
Survivor.
Oh, that's... I don't like the look of that. Should we go with that?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
So the plan at the moment is we're working through the ones we don't like first, doing rather well, in the hope that we're going to have even better questions later on.
That's the thinking, yeah.
That's hope, yeah.
Well, let's see if that pans out. Here are your options. I think Arun's going to love this one. Best visual effects.
All right.
Best original screenplay. Now, Arun is famous for his love of cinema. This sounds like it is going in a cinematic direction. Let's take a look at the question. Which of these Academy Awards, along with Best Cinematography and Best Sound, was the 1983 movie War Games nominated for? 15 seconds in the audience, 45 seconds for you two to discuss. Straw poll still available, and your time starts now.
Well, I don't know.
Is that the the only way to win is not to play?
I don't know. It could be.
Okay.
I have nothing in this other than was it definitely
Straw
an
poll
original
available.
screenplay? It wasn't based.
What
on
would you say, Aaron?
Was it definitely
Oh.
an original screenplay? It wasn't based on something, and it didn't win, say, adapted.
I don't remember it being based on a novel or anything, but I could be wrong.
That's all I can offer. I have absolutely no idea otherwise. And
Have you-
could
you-
be
With the other two being should be no. I'm to be
Straw
honest,
poll.
it's useless.
I was just about to say, you have got a straw poll available if you're struggling on this one. We could see what the audience thinks, if that gives you any
I'm just trying to
sway.
remember what sort of films your audience watches. Is it this sort of thing?
They can be quite young or quite sophisticated, so I'm not sure this is anyone's real answer.
What are we going for? I could give you some more time if you go for a straw poll, otherwise I am going to have to press you for an answer.
I'll leave this with you to pick one. I agree that we shouldn't use the straw poll.
I feel like I'm being led one way, so I'm going to go the other way and try original screenplay. I think.
That's it.
Original screenplay?
Yep.
Let's lock it in. And if you had straw polled there, you would have seen that 55% of the audience went for best original screenplay, 45% went for best visual effects. Not a lot in it. Well, we've got 3,200. This would be 3/5 of the way through after this question. Let's see, first of all, is best original screenplay the correct answer?
Yes,
It
well done.
is.
Oh,
Good
my God.
punt there,
Well
Clive.
done.
Yeah. It failed to win any Academy Awards, though it did win a BAFTA for Best Sound, as well as a BAFTA nomination for Best Production Design and Best Special Visual Effects, but did not receive the same nomination at the Oscars, but did receive a nomination for Best Original Screenplay. Very well played. Now, a lot of cash still up there. Still 3 killers as well. This would be a great time to find another killer on another right answer. Give you a little bit of breathing room and only 2 killers left in the game. Let's take a look. What did you bring to your jackpot? No, what did you bring to your money box? Get the phrase right.
Remember you retitled it.
Yeah, I did. What did you
play,
bring
I
to your money box? That's what we like to see.
That's good.
1,500 and a killer. It's another killer gone from the game. We're halfway through them, only 2 remaining. And it is the second highest remaining value in the game, 1,500. Very well played. Let's add that to your jackpot. Oh, that's very tasty. 4,700 in the jackpot at the moment. There is still 4,650 left on the board, which means 93.50 is your potential maximum. 17.50, 12.50, 1,000 are all still up there. 500 and 6.50 are both very pleasing as well, and then you've got the ta-da windows.wave sound effect for 50 up there as well. Let's take a look at the leaderboard after 3 pairs of questions. Flyboy in the lead with 48.50, just nose ahead of you two with 4,700, tied up with Cola, Solomon, Woollyback. And Woollyback, I should say. Proogs and Will on 39.50. Brisbane's on 26.25. Fet's on 2,000. CJ on 18.50. Matt 16.25. Silent Marie 1,600. Ape on 1,500. Silver Electron 1,300. Conrad 7.25. Oni on 713, as is Ralph. Colin and DMC 6.75. Graham 6.50. Marcini 5.38. So everyone with some cash at least at the moment. Right, 4 questions to go, so we've got to start really seriously thinking about what we want to leave till the end. You've cleared out the right-hand side of the money box, so it's time to start picking away at the left. And I beg your pardon, Clive, you've got the choice.
Going up on the right seemed to work, so we'll go down on the left.
Starting with a red one at the top of the left-hand side. 10 seconds to discuss, and then Arun, you've got control of the category.
So we're keeping money in the bank, we're keeping Clash in Paris, yeah?
I think so, yeah. I'm fine with any leader on that.
What's of these, which is your worst, do you reckon?
Oh, I just realized Saturday night to the SNL, and I hate it. So
Should,
thrilled to get rid of that.
should we go for that then?
I would.
Yeah. Okay.
Saturday night's main event. Okie dokie. Let's take a look at the options.
Unless it's hand and deck.
I'd be
Don't
all right.
shoot me, I'm only the piano player.
Oh right.
Okay.
Goodbye, Yellow Brick Road.
Oh, it's across my mind.
This is one where you're both thinking, oh god, I wish there was an Ask the Host option because I think he's going to know this. I mean, I do
No.
because I've got the answers in front of me. But let's take a look at the question. Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting is the first track on which Elton John album? 15 seconds in the audience, 45 seconds to discuss. You do still have your straw poll available, and your time starts now.
Okay, I've written questions about Elton John in the past, and I'm trying to remember what they were.
Do you have a rough idea what year the song was? Because I think I know what year Yellow Brick Road was.
It's
Straw
pretty
poll
old.
available.
It's pretty old Elton. It's very early 70s, I'd say.
Like 73, you would say?
I'd say 71 or 72, maybe.
Oh god. Yellow Brick Road is definitely 73.
Is that's not his first? The other one was before then, wasn't it?
I'm not a big Elton fan. I only know it for a show recently.
I think Piano Player is before Yellow Brick Road, and I think Saturday Night's Alright for Fighting is pretty old. Should we
Okay,
swap?
That's
I would
time.
definitely go for it.
Should we swap all this?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm really
Okay,
not sure.
straw poll. Let's see what the audience think, and I'll give you another few seconds to discuss the result. Let's see what the audience thought. Perfect timing. 53-47,
Right, okay.
almost the cursed ratio there.
Great.
That's
57%, 53% going for Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. 47% for Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player.
so annoying. Oh,
What are we going for?
If your inclination is that's one of his earliest, and Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, I need more.
my inclination is Piano Player is earlier than Yellow Brick Road, and I think that song.
Okay.
I think Saturday Night's older than Yellow Brick Road.
Okay, I go with you.
Apologies, very many apologies if I'm wrong.
So what are we going for?
Oh, no worries at all.
We'll go for Don't Shoot My One with the Piano Player.
Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano
Having
Player.
entirely wasted the straw poll.
You sure? Sure you're gonna go with Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player?
Yeah, let's do.
Alright, let's lock it in. So again,
What do you think,
against
Ben?
the grain of the audience, well, I think it's Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, personally. But
Okay.
let's take a look if you're right or I'm right.
Sorry.
I'm afraid I'm right, yes. I knew I was right because I've got the answers in front of me and I've just looked up some extra information. But I knew that before the well, not before the question came up, but I knew it before. I would have known it before the options came up had the question come up. Shut up, Ben. You know what I'm saying. Actually, as it happens, they both came out in 1973, both albums. Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player was January 1973. Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, October 1973. And yes, Saturday Night. Saturday is Saturday. You know how it goes. Great song. Great album, for that matter. You've not landed on the right answer. Let's hope we've avoided a killer. What did you bring to your money box?
Go on, 50. 50 or 500.
It
That's
is
all right.
500 and another
That's all right.
non-killer. You are very good at avoiding those killers when you're not on the money there, but you did use your straw poll there, so that's now gone, as is the 500, but not a killer, so you preserve your jackpot. Let's take that 500 out of the game. 4,700 is your jackpot, 4,000 still left on the board. 8,700 your potential maximum tonight. Let's go and pick another coin. And now, Run, it really is your choice.
We'll go for that one.
Orange on the left, in it goes. 10 seconds to discuss, and Clive, you've got the pick.
What's your response?
I do not mind. Oh, I don't mind any of the three that's not money or Paris.
Okay. Random bit, then Crown Jewel.
Crown Jewels.
Good to me.
Okie dokie. Let's take a look at the options. Swedish krona or Danish krone?
Oh no, that means the other one's not giving me money, is it?
Dear.
That's annoying.
But on the plus side, it means this one might be money, as we can see from these options, which
Well,
could bode well.
It is money.
Let's go one question at a time. Let's see how we get on with this.
Here is
Here is the question. As of today, which currency is worth more in US dollars?
I have absolutely no idea.
You got 15 seconds in the audience. You've got 45 seconds to discuss. No straw poll left, and your time starts now.
Yeah, well done, Joe. Well done. Hope you're pleased with it. Right, what's more expensive?
I don't know where to start on this. Which country's going to have more exports? It's a bigger economy.
Well, Norway usually ranks pretty strongly in these, but I don't know what that means.
I mean,
What would you? I know what I would guess. What would you guess? And if it's the same, we go for it.
I would have guessed Sweden.
Ah, great! I'd have guessed Denmark. I would have guessed Denmark.
I don't want to foist all the responsibility on you, but as the European, I feel like I should stick with you.
Okay.
Are we going with that logic? Are we going Danish krone?
Oh, it seems like we are. Yeah.
It's up to you.
Works for me.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, Danish krone is locked in. Let's see how the audience played. Right down the middle, again 53-47, just slightly inching towards the Danish krone here. Not much to go on it. Is it the correct answer?
Oh, let's go.
As of 12 o'clock today, yes, the Danish krone. I will tell you the exact rate. Go on the Danes, indeed. Against the dollar, the Danish krone is worth $0.15, and the Swedish krona is worth $0.1. So it's Danish krona is sort of, I guess, 50% bigger. Relative to the size. It was 50% bigger than the krona. So Danish krone was the right answer. Let's see if we can get rid of another killer at this stage. But in any case, let's see, what did you bring to your money box? $12.50. Let's go. Come on.
Good.
Hey.
This is good. I'm trying to remain calm and cool at the moment, but we're on a really good run here. Let's add 1,250 to your jackpot. We're up to 59.50. This is now just 150 shy of Hibby and Huds at the top of the Moneybox leaderboard, and you still have 2 questions to go. I will caveat this by saying A, you've still got to get through the final, and B, you have also still got 2 killers in the game. If you find 2 killers on the next 2 questions and get them both wrong, that could drop right down to about 1,500. However, if you play well, you could be looking at very close to 8,000 pennies. These are the swings such as they are. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Flyboy is still maintaining that lead, 6,600. And you're still in second with 59.50 with Solomon as well. Prug's on 5,700. Cola and Woolly back 4,700. Will on 39.50. Fett 37.50. Matt 33.75. Brisbane 31.25. Conradlac and Colin 24.75. Colin 24.25. Grams on 2,400. CJ 23.50. Ralph 19.63. DMC 1925, Silent Marie 1600, 8 Minky 1500, Silver Electron 1300, Oni 1213, and what's that? Yeah, 2 before Magna Carta, and Marcini 538. So, getting very, very serious now. 2 questions to go. 2 killers still in the game, and 2 4-figure values still on that board. You have also still got the 50 up there as well, just to put this into perspective. So some very, very important choices coming up. Let's go back to the money box for our penultimate coin selection, and Clive, it's your choice. Go for the yellow on the left, continuing the pattern. 10 seconds to discuss. A run choice
Right,
is
what the
yours.
hell is money in the bank? What on earth is that going to be then?
Is it going to be bank? Do we have to name the biggest bank in the UK?
Well, I
one
can't,
first,
well, I
which
can't,
one
well, I can't
here?
help but feel that the bank has been capitalised. I don't know if in the bank. Oh, that might just be the name of the wrestling event. Ignore me.
What are we going for?
Given that's probably not going to be a currency-based question, it could probably still be money for something.
No, out from under the desk.
But
Sorry, not you guys. I'm talking to the dog.
Do you still want that in the fight?
I'm less confident in wanting that one now, but I'd be happy to get rid of any of the ones besides the one you want.
Okay,
what are we going for?
Let's go with. Should we go champions?
Sounds good.
Night of Champions is loaded. Well, let's take a look at the options. England or Spain?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Go football in it.
Is it going sport ball? Let's take a look. Which country has had more unique clubs compete in the UEFA Champions League since it was renamed in 1992? 15 seconds in the audience, 45 seconds for you two to discuss, and your time starts now.
Right, let's see how many Spanish teams we can name. That's right. I nearly said AC Milan. That's where we're at. We get Madrid. We get Real
Time up
Madrid.
in the audience.
What is it?
Barcelona.
Barcelona. Valencia's one probably. But there must be lots in England, mustn't there? Unless it's
Unless it's been the same one.
Unless do we think it's a rug pool and it's Spain?
Is it-
Because you're going to think it's England and it's actually Spain.
I mean, that's what my gut says. My gut says don't go with my gut.
I
Time's
should
up.
do Spain. Let's do Spain.
I would say so, but with zero confidence.
I'm happy with that. I'm happy to.
Happy with zero confidence.
Game the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's lock in
Sounds good.
Spain. Let's see what the audience thought. Audience disagree. Not by much, though. 57% going England, 43% going Spain. I mean, it's there's not much to tell the difference between it. Let's see. Is it the right answer?
Oh, let's go.
Is
Let's go.
Spain.
Game's the game.
14 teams. England only 11. And now JR's going to tell us all because he didn't put them in his host notes. So JR's going to list them all in the chat for the rest of the stream, and you've got that to look forward to. Yes, Spain was the right answer. The majority of the audience in the wrong there. So quite a spread of values there. 50, 650, 1,000 and 1,750. Two of them are killers. Let's take a look and see, what did you bring to your money box?
Killer would be good.
Killer would
Killer
be
would
good.
be good.
Ta-da!
The worst thing
For a correct answer, that is
Disappointing
the
in every
worst
dimension.
outcome. Non-killer and 50. It'd have been nice. In a way, it's almost an insult at this point. It would have been better just to have had that wrong and be done with it.
That could not have been worse.
But on the plus side, it's still money going up, it's not going down. So let's add 50. And if you're like me, this would be very pleasing because as we add 50 to your jackpot, it goes up to a nice round 6,000.
Yeah.
So, tonight, your final jackpot will either be 7,750, 7,000, 6,650, 6,000, or 3,000. That's quite a spread from 3,000 right up to 7,750.
3,000 still pretty good.
3,000 is still very commendable. It would put you in 5th place, 13 points behind Inca and Zeus, who finished on 3,013. But that's, of course, if you can cash it out in the final as well.
Yeah.
So, very important choice. It's all going to be big money either way, but the problem is 2 out of 3 of these values are killers. So, for the final time, let's go to the money box. And Arun, pick the final coin. We're going for the green on the left. So what do you want in the final, and what do you want now? Considering the stakes, do you want to go for one that you think might be easier now, or do you want to keep it for the final? Remember, you only need one that you need to be certain on in the final to be able to get to that jackpot.
Oh, that's true, yeah. Can we swap that on? Right. So Crown Jewels wasn't about royalty. Royal Rumble wasn't about royalty.
It feels like we're just going to at some point.
Is King of the Ring going to be about royalty? Is King of the Ring going to be about royalty? Or rings?
It feels like we've ruled anything else it could be. It's not going to be sports rings. We had sports. It
Yeah.
can be on your jewelry, so.
It could be. I still want to keep Paris as the final. Do you still want to keep money?
I feel like I'd have more chance with that than royalty.
I think you go for King of the Ring then.
Okay, sounds good.
King of the Ring is loaded in. Let's take a look at the options. Stephen King. King Charles III. Where on earth is this going?
Which of these people is older?
You're in the right ballpark. Which of these kings was born closer to the original publication of the Silmarillion, which is, of course, a book in the Lord of the Rings franchise. 15 seconds in the audience, 45 seconds to discuss between the two of you, and your time starts now.
Right, well done, fine, yeah. King Charles was...
Was that published after Tolkien's death?
I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. All I can tell you is Charles is late 40s. I want to say about 47.
Okay. King, I feel like, is in his 70s now, I would have said.
So that puts him...
Um,
born in the 50s.
50s or so?
Charles is definitely older. Is Silmarillion...
And I feel like Tolkien's son, like, collected all the stuff and published something afterwards. I'm not sure if that was a Silmarillion or not.
So if that's pre-death, that
Tolkien.
would make it Stephen King, wouldn't it? If it's 50s compared to 40s.
That's what I think, but I'm worried I'm going to be on completely the wrong track.
I'm happy to go with you on that. I'm happy to go with Stephen King.
Okay. I'll take the blame on this one.
Stephen King?
Let's go for it.
Let's lock it in. And let's see what the audience thought. Audience are leaning towards His Majesty. 58 versus 42% going with Stephen King.
I back you on this. I think the rug pull is it's after when you think it is. And I think everyone's thinking it's 20 to 30.
Shall we find out?
Yeah.
Correct answer.
Sorry,
gosh.
But you convinced me. I really thought I had it.
You're terribly close, because the Silmarillion was published by Christopher Tolkien on the September the 15th, 1977. It was a posthumous publication. However, I'm afraid you were off on your age of Stephen King. He is older than King Charles. You were right when you said 1947. Wow. King Charles was born in 1948. Stephen King was born in 1947.
Wow.
Stephen King is older than King Charles. You heard it here first. Yeah, 21st September 1947. King Charles, 14th of November 1948. So you did the hard part. You worked out that Silmarillion was a posthumous publication, but unfortunately you got the ages the wrong way round. King Charles is younger. So we've got to hope. You've done it all the way through. Whenever you've been wrong previously, you have avoided the killers. If this is a killer, your final jackpot is going to be 3,000. If it is not, your final jackpot is going to be 6,000. I wish you the very best of luck, guys. What did you bring to your money box?
Bollocks.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It is the kill, one of the 2 remaining killer values. It was 1,000 as well. That would have taken you up to 7,000 and put you in a prime position to take the top of the leaderboard. Oh, so unlucky. So unlucky. It does mean we have to cut your jackpot in half. It goes from 6,000 down to 3,000. But hey, 3,000 is still a very, very pleasing amount. If you can come up with it, it will put you 13 points behind Inca and Zeus if you can walk away with a full jackpot in 5th place. But I'm really sorry, we have to add that killer poison into your jackpot. Oh, we could have had such joy.
What a shame.
What a shame indeed. But hey, 3,000 could still be yours each if we have a happy final. And we've got 2 categories that we think we're going to be happy with. Let's just take a very quick look at the leaderboard. Flyboy managing to hang on to that lead, 76.50. Solomon is second, 69.50. Cola and Woollyback currently tied up in third with 5,700. You guys have fallen a little bit down the table with 3,000, just above the midpoint. Let's see what happens as we go to the Money Box final. So a quick reminder of the rules. The 2 questions that you haven't seen, you're going to see them both, and the rules are the same as before. However, this time I'm not going to show you the result immediately after the question. Here's how it works. If you get both questions right by the end game and it comes to the reveal, then you will win 3,000 pennies each. If you get both of them wrong, then you get some pity pennies, something like 50 times the number of questions that you've been asked or something like that. If you get one right and one wrong, you get a choice. You can either change one of your options, whereby it will then play out as before, because you'll have either both right or both wrong, or you can take the money, which will give you half of your jackpot each. So you'll go from 3,000 down to 1,500 each. That's if you get one right and one wrong. If you're 100% certain on one of the answers, then you can use this to your advantage to try and say, well, I'm 100% sure on this one, and we've got one right and one wrong, let's swap the other one. But that can backfire, as we have seen in the past. That's how this game is going to work. Audience, a quick reminder for you, if you're playing along at home, you may be privy to the final result before our players in the hot seat. So I ask you, no spoilers in the chat. Even something like yes or garsh could be constituted a spoiler. So until the game is fully resolved, please do keep spoilers out of the chat. Yes, JR, of course, is privy as well, because he knows the answers for sure. So our first question of our final pair is money in the bank. Let's take a look at the options. John Cena or David Bautista?
You so happy with this?
Let's take a look. Which actor has the higher net worth? 15 seconds in the audience, 45 seconds to discuss, and your time starts now.
I firstly dispute that it's money in the bank, because a lot of these people will have their assets trapped in property, etc. Anyway, it wouldn't be
Tywin Hat or wave.
It wouldn't be liquid cash, so it's not money in the bank. Do you have any idea?
I mean, Batista's been in a lot of films, hasn't he, lately? I know Cena does as well, but I didn't think he'd been...
Well, I've definitely heard of John Cena more. So I'd be...
Yeah.
As we have done throughout the game, David Bautista.
Same. See, I mean, Cena's got the longer career, but yeah, Batista's been in, like, Marvel stuff, I think, and...
Oh, Marvel stuff.
Knives Out.
Full rake it in for Marvel stuff. That must be.
Time's up.
Be wrong.
What are you going for?
But I think that's easy. Go against instinct, Dave Batista.
Let's do it.
Okay.
We're going David Bautista. Let's lock him in. And that question goes away. And we go to our second, which is Clash in Paris. Okay. Right. Sorry, I just had to read a note from the proofer that I hadn't seen. Let's take a look at your options. Book the first. Book the second.
Which should you do if you want the cheapest flights to Paris?
Very good. Sorry, that took me a minute. I'm afraid that's not the question. This is the question. Right. Charles Dickens' novel A Tale of Two Cities. Which part features the storming of the Bastille? 50 seconds in the audience, 45 seconds to discuss. Your time starts now.
Okay. On a coin I can flip.
I have absolutely no idea. However, isn't the whole book about the French Revolution?
Is it?
And if the whole book's about the French Revolution, the storming of the Bastille happened at the start of the French Revolution, so it would make sense if it happened at the start of the book.
Yeah, it'd be weird to have that as a flashback at the end. I'd say go the first time.
I think it runs fairly chronological, and given it happened right at the start, the French Revolution, I don't see why I don't see why it would end on the storming of the Bastille.
Yeah, I mean, you've completely sold me on it.
I haven't sold myself, but I'm glad.
That's time. What are we going for?
Book the first.
Book the first. Let's lock it in. Okay, we come back to this angle that we don't see very often, and let's show your locked answers. Audience, if you've got one right and one wrong, you will now have the opportunity to swap one of them if you like. You do not have to, you can take half your jackpot, but let's take a look at our hot seat players' locked answers. Which actor has the higher net worth? You said David Bautista. In Charles Dickens' novel A Tale of Two Cities, which part features the storming of the Bastille? You said book the first. Players are swapping answers. Some players are swapping answers. And I will wait until they have concluded, which they have now. So, you know the drill. If these are both right answers, you each win 3,000 pennies. If these are both wrong answers, you're going to go away with a lot less than that. If one's right and one is wrong, you'll have a choice to either swap one and keep one, or walk away with half the jackpot. I really hope that this is an easy win of 3,000 for you, because you've played a blinder of a game, getting a bit unlucky at the end, and I hope to see you get rewarded for it. Let's take a look. What were the answers?
Oh.
No, guys.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. No, they were both wrong. I mean, you were so convincing on your logic there, but no, Tale of Two Cities takes place before and during the French Revolution. The second book, The Golden Thread, quite early on we have in Paris in July 1789, the Defarges helped to lead the storming of the Bastille, a symbol of the royal tyranny. And then we've also got Book the Third, The Track of a Storm. So there's actually 3 books in A Tale of Two Cities. As to the other question, I mean, John Cena, quite a lot more than Dave Bautista. He has done the Marvel stuff, but John Cena's one. He's like The Rock. He's like the second best paid actor in Hollywood. John Cena, $80 million. Dave Bautista, a paltry $16 million.
Yeah, get good.
Get good, Drax the Destroyer. Oh, guys, and it means you leave with 150 pennies each, which puts you 25 pennies ahead of me and Ash, and 9th on our leaderboard. Oh,
the evening's not been wasted.
No, it hasn't been wasted. You have beaten me and Ash. Oh, guys, you've played such a great game and you've been such good company here. I'm so sorry it's not been a happier ending for you, but I hope you've had fun all the same. It's been lovely having you here, and I hope you've enjoyed yourselves.
Oh, yeah.
Been a blast, dude.
Yeah.
It's always good to hear. I'm going to duck out of this room. I'm going to leave you two to lick your wounds, and yeah. But thank you very much for playing Moneybox. We'll see you again really soon.
Cheerio.
Ben.
Bye.
Cheerio.
Oh, devastation. Absolute devastation for Clive and a run there. They played such a great game, did all the right things, avoided the killers on their wrong answers, just got unlucky on that last one, and then 2 nasty questions at the end. Well, great questions, but nasty as they fell. And it's just not been a happy ending. They leave with 150. Yes, the answers, as we can see, that John Cena and Book II were the correct answers. Oh,
What a shame.
what a shame indeed. And I've got another bottle of wine. I wish I hadn't opened the Bordeaux. How are you? I prefer this one, I'm not going to lie. We'll have to drink this one when we're already drunk at some point.
Tonight.
Probably tonight, maybe not tonight. Let's take a look at our leaderboard and see who our gold, silver, and bronze medalists are going to be. We have got Solomon finishing with 69.50. Cola and Woollyback take the silver with 5,700. And it's Colin and Conrad who share the bronze with 34.75. What a swap, says Flyboy, leading all the way through and ends up with 250. Those do translate into actual pennies because this is a bit of a jackpot game. So Solomon's just added nearly 7,000 pennies to his penny bank. Cola and Woollyback taking nearly 6,000. Colin and Conrad taking nearly 3,500 each. Very well played. I hope you've had fun. And thank you very much indeed to JR for writing, and indeed to Stimson's Angle for proofing. I'm being poured, very, very voraciously being poured another glass of red wine. Do you want to trade for that? That's the Bordeaux. The swap. Okay, you have the Bordeaux. See what you think of it. I've gone back to the Shiraz. Yes, leave the bowl. Go on, Dexter. Off you go. Well, it's been a sad ending for our hot seat players, but for our medalists, it's been a great windfall of cash. Can I once again thank JR for a lovely pack of Moneybox. It's the great thing about Moneybox, you can have a theme without it having a theme, so to speak. And very many thanks to Stimson as well for proofing it. Is that a first medal for Conrad? Let's take a little look in your medal cabinet, shall we? It's your second. You have a silver in Spotlight, Conrad, and now you've got a gold in Moneybox. Well, we've got even more quiz coming up. I appreciate it's 20 to 10. I did have some issues with OBS. It seems to be a bit more stable since I've updated it, so that's good. I hope I didn't lose too many people, so if you did get disrupted by that, apologies. It does mean the VOD's going to be in about 5 parts later on, which is very irritating, but such is life. We're going to play some adverts, and then when we return, we are going to be playing The Pyramid, as written by Vertigo and proofed by Cola. I do hope you will stick around for it, because it's sure to be a lot of fun. Thank you very much once again to Clive and a run, our hot seat players, to JR, our writer, to Stimson, our proofer, and to you for playing along at home. I hope you've enjoyed playing Moneybox. I will see you after the break for even more quiz here at Game Night. Don't go away. We'll be back very soon. Oops. No, I do want to go to titles and credits. Okay, my Stream Deck appears to not be functioning anymore, so give me a minute. I've got to find the right button to toggle to. Is it full? No, it's not full screen cam. Is it just monitor? It might just be just monitor. Let's find out. Hey. it would appear that all of my buttons have stopped working, so I may have been unmuted all the way through that. So I need to remap my Stream Deck. I'm going to play some adverts. I'll give you some bonus pennies. I'm going to remap my OBS hotkeys, because otherwise I'm completely lost. And yeah, thank you for playing Moneybox. We'll be back with the pyramid very, very soon. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Right, I'm having to click buttons manually in OBS at the moment. It's a nightmare. Grade A nightmare. Oh, right. Thank you for that, Pretzel Rocks. Yeah, so I think it's fine because it's just not, Stream Deck's just not talking to OBS, so I think I probably just need to restart both of them, which I'm not going to do mid-stream. We've had enough downtime tonight already. Thanks very much to JR for that pack of Moneybox right there. It's good fun to have a run and Clive here, and it's a shame it didn't have a happier ending for them. Eli Henter and Woollyback, welcome both of you to the stream. I was going to go through raid messages during the break, but I completely forgot because I was distracted by nothing working. But it's fine. All is well. I'm sure we'll be able to press the stop stream button later on. Davidovich, welcome in, my dude. Lovely to have you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Quick bit of continuity while we're here. Ash the Bash is back. I know he's sort of been on and off the last couple of weeks due to illness and gigs and various other things. So, but it was good to see him back last night. I did poke my head around the door briefly. He's put out a schedule for the coming weeks, with Who Dares Wins and All Clued Up tomorrow. That's 8 p.m. BST. Then he's on Wednesday and Friday next week. Poker Face, Secret Fortune, Outright, Relativity, 1,000 Heartbeats, and All Clued Up. So lots of quiz content happening over on Ash's channel. Do go and give him a follow. As for me, like I said earlier on, I am back in the saddle for at least a few weeks. I'm not off again now, at least on paper, until the 15th of November. Work may have other ideas for me, but as of right now, I'm planning on being here until the 15th of November when I'm out at a friend's birthday party on the 15th of November, so I won't be here with you. But I am going to be here on Saturday. We've got Crossfire, Cryptex, and Bidding War. That's a very serious stream, isn't it? Crossfire by John, Cryptex by Fluffy Bunes, and Bidding War by Quizzle. Looking forward to that very much. And if you're just here for the weekday stream next Thursday, we've got Plinko by Mr. Vertigo, Distinction by Pruse, Risky Business allegedly by me, which at some point I have to write, especially considering the deadline was a week ago. Like I said earlier on, 100% of my time at the moment when I'm not at work is being given over to Reskin and Google That. I'm at a point where I'm ready to start putting the game logic in. But Google That is going to be re-premiering 2 weeks on Saturday with the second reskinned version. So the third version of Google That is coming Saturday the 25th of October. So do mark your diaries and make sure you are around for that. Of course, we've got the Pyramid now. Coming up a little bit later on, we have got the midweek Thunderball draw. So do stick around for that for a chance to win some bonus pennies. And we've, of course, got the Game Night Lottery draw on Saturday night. Like I say, all the Unity brouhaha that's gone on in the last week, I'm going to get around to it when I can. Priority is going to be Universal Controller, hopefully before Saturday, but everything else will get done when it gets done. Broadly, it's only me that's going to be affected by it because I'm the one running the software at this end. But anything that you need to touch, like the Universal Controller, I really do need to make that a priority. So, yes, that's going to be being rolled out, along with all the very many other bug fixes and changes that need to be done. The list never ends, but that's... I do enjoy the never-ending list. It's always something to do, which is good. Right, that's enough yakety yak from me. It is time for returning writer Vertigo to put you to the test in the Pyramid with the latest rule set of the game. If I can click the right button, probably titles and credits, which is that one there. I hope you're all ready because it is time for the Pyramid. Is the Pyramid. Welcome to the stream, Vertigo, and I can go to game with Cam, which is there. Come join the game. You need the Universal Controller, you need the room code. Thank you for this pack of the Pyramid, Mr. Vertigo. VBNT is the code. Right, filter out a few raid messages, get it down to a more sensible, manageable number. Come join this game. Vertigo has written this pack. Slightly changed rule set, or there's not changed since the last time we played. Yes, do come and join the game if you'd like to play. Who have we got? JR, Matt, ABME, Solomon Dudley, Ardenfetz, Yoniak, Prude, Conradalak, Lupine, Woollyback, Colin, Necogramma, Eli Henton, Jogging, CJ, Adam Irish XP, welcome to you. Brisbane, Silent Marine, Oni, Flyboy. Lovely to have you all here. That's one side of the game board filled up. We've got another side still available. There's Will. And Fred Banks, aka a room, over on the right. Welcome on in, Adam Irish. Good to have you with us. Hope you're keeping well. Adam Irish XP, as opposed to Adam Irish 7, or 10, or indeed 11, or 95, or 3.1. These Windows jokes doing anything for anyone else? Lovely to have you here, Adam. Hope you are keeping well. Finally caught one of these things. Yeah, we're here a couple of times a week, Thursdays and Saturdays. For those of you who aren't aware, I do stream 8 PM British time, Thursday and Saturday, most of the time. Yeah, if you like a bit of quiz, you're always welcome here. And very grateful to the community who power the questions. I power the software. Well, Unity powers the software. I knock it together, but the community powers the trivia. Vista, yes, Adam Irish Vista. That'd be nice at Irish Vista. That'd be something very pleasant. So, Respion, welcome to the stream. And I hope you're doing well in general voice chat as well. I see a few players in the Discord. Ash, Colin, JR, Matt, Odie and Woody back. Having a bit of a hangout in the general voice chat. If you fancy going and joining in with the banter, do head on over to the Discord. And it's always I've taken to popping in post-stream recently just to have a chat with people. And yes, it is indeed. It's always a good vibe in there. So yeah, do pop yourselves in and go say hello to the guys. All very friendly. Right, the pyramid, such as it is. I'm just thinking of the amount of things I've got to do tonight, and I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to do some more work on Google that before I go to bed. The answer, sadly, is probably yes. I mean, I've done like 2 9-hour days at work the last couple of days, and then done like 4 hours on Google that on both of them. So my foot's knackered, so I can't go out and run at the moment. So I've got nothing else to do. Vista games on my grandparents' old computer. Blimey, yeah. I'm not a grandparent, but I did have a Windows Vista machine. I remember, actually, I updated my first PC I bought at uni. Within about 3 days of buying it, I put on a pre-released pirated version of Windows Vista, and then had to go away and rethink my life choices, because that was not a sensible idea. This was back in 2006, a long time ago. But yeah. Anyway, I think that's about long enough. There is any time entry on this, so sorry to hear that. Yeah, from 20 years ago. Sorry to hear it. Yes, indeed. You chose poorly. Yeah, that was my introduction to the world of actual PCs. I think I bought it from Staples or something ridiculous. But yeah, I'm thinking about after I move whether or not I'm going to do a multi-PC stream setup. It's on the cards. Have one for the operator, one for graphics, and one for the stream. Maybe. Not sure if it's worth the hassle, to be honest, but yeah, it's something I'm thinking about. Right, let's lock it up. Windows, me, myself, and I, indeed. There's the room code if you want to come and join midway through. There is any time entry on this, and here is how to play. Then a place on the pyramid by answering a question correctly in the fastest time. Only players in the light can earn a place. Answer a question incorrectly and you are sent into the shadows. Return to the light by answering a question correctly. Players on the pyramid can still lose their place if they answer incorrectly, or if they abstain on 2 consecutive questions. That's a new rule that we brought in recently. It means the churn on the pyramid is a bit greater, and it means once you're on the pyramid, you can't just rest on your laurels. Players with more correct answers are given an advantage in the final, so you're still encouraged to answer even if you're on the pyramid, and also just to make sure you keep your place. Any vacant space on the pyramid will be filled by another player, with priority being given to those in the light who have answered the most questions correctly in the fastest time. Short version, you get on the pyramid by being correct quickly. You stay on the pyramid by being consistent. You can also get on the pyramid by being consistent and quick overall. Players who've just lost a space on the pyramid are ineligible to return immediately. You must return to the light first. After 10 questions, players on the pyramid progress to the final. I feel like it's getting a bit wordy now, but it does cover all bases there. I really enjoyed this last time we played. I felt the rule changes worked and they made the game a better experience. Let's see if tonight we can duplicate that. If indeed any of us can remember what happens. We're grateful to Mr. Vertigo for writing these, to Cola for proofing. Let's play as we load our first question. Take a look at this. What structures, usually found in Egypt, share their name with a three-dimensional geometric shape? I agree, Silent Marine. It also takes it away from being a purely speed-based game, which I know can split the room a little bit. Some people love them, some people not so much. Light you up if you played. Majority of players having a go at this. 24 out of 26. The correct answer was... well, of course, Pyramid. Couldn't resist including the name of this game into one of my questions, says Vertigo. So a nice easy one to start us off with. So it's going to come down to speed. If you got it right, you go green. If not, you're going to go red. No surprises there. Everyone who attempted it getting it right. Let's find out who got it right in the fastest time and is taking that first tile on the pyramid. It's only in 2.82 seconds. Very well done, Beefington. You've got the first tile on the pyramid. Bit of a poison chalice because you have got to stay on it for longer. But yes, stay on that pyramid by not getting questions wrong and not more than 2 abstentions. Well played, Oni. You are on the pyramid. On we go to our next question. What is the name given to a baby hare? Light you up if you played. Just 16 fewer players attempting that one. Only was one of them. He's on the pyramid, but he's going to give it another go anyway. Correct answer was a leveret. Usually the name given to a hare less than a year old. And if you gave me the answer leveret, you're going to go green. If not, you're going to go red. A few more wrong answers in there. What have we got? Kit. A few players going for kit. I've just looked this up. It's the young of several specific fur-bearing mammals, including rabbits, foxes, weasels, ferrets, skunks, woodchunks, minks, badgers, but explicitly not hares, so we couldn't accept kit. Bunny, and my personal favourite answer from Stimpson's angle here, which is harelet, which is beautiful, but unfortunately not a right answer, and I'm afraid if you were one of those 6 incorrect players, it's off to the shadows. Cola, Jogging, AB Me, welcome all of you to the stream. Lovely to have you here. Hope you are keeping well. So, of those players, Oni's already got a place. So it's down to one of the other 9 players. Out of those, who was fastest? It was Fetz in 3.74 seconds. 2 out of 2 correct. Total response time of 10.04 seconds. Fetz not actually the fastest player overall. The fastest player overall on that previous question was incorrect and so gone to the shadows. But very well done, Fetz. You are onto the pyramid. The Beast and the Hairlet. Love it. It's a great song. Is that Avenged Sevenfold? I haven't heard that song for years. She's a dwelling place for demons. She's a beat for every hungry spirit. Every something to do. Yeah, great song. Love it. Yeah, no, Henry, you didn't come to hear me you didn't come here to listen to me half sing Avenged Sevenfold. Let's go on to our next question. And remember, Fetch, you can lose that spot on the pyramid with a wrong answer or 2 abstentions in a row. Question 3. Take a look. In the nursery rhyme, This Little Piggy, what did the 3rd little piggy eat? Light you up if you played. A few sitting out there, 19 players attempting in total, including both of the players who are already on the pyramid, Fetz and Beefington. Correct answer was roast beef. In 1728, the first line of the rhyme appeared in a medley called The Nurse's Song. First known full version was recorded in the famous Tommy Thumb's Little Storybook, published in London about 1760. I remember my mum used to do that with me when I was, I don't remember, but I remember my mum doing it with my younger sister, who's obviously younger than me, when I was a boy, and I assume she did it with me, but it's something you did with your toes. You went, this little piggy went to market, this little piggy, you can't see my feet, This little piggy stayed at home, and I've got holes in my socks. Let's try that one. There's fewer holes in this sock. This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed at home. This little piggy had roast beef, and this little piggy had none. And this little piggy went wee 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 all the way home. I'm sure there's some deeper meaning, and it's probably actually to do with like the bubonic plague or something. But to charge will show feet on stream. True story. But yes, roast beef. We did also accept beef there, and if you were right, you'll go green. If not, you'll go red. I do also think it's a bit weird that we're sort of force feeding pigs cow at this point. That sort of cannibal farm, not animal farm, cannibal farm. Oh, I'm taking that. That's mine. Cannibal farm. Claiming that as a raid message. Cannibal farm rather than animal farm. Ben's debut on WikiFeet, indeed so. Everyone who is not in the shadows getting that one right will already in the shadows, so I'm afraid you're going to stay there. A couple of players who were in the shadows, Joniak and Jogging, getting that one right. Let's bring it back to the light. But you can't qualify, and Silver Electron as well, you can't qualify on that question. So it's going to come down to one of the other yellow straps up there. Let's find out who was fastest. It was a run in 5.05 seconds. A run has got 3 out of 3 questions correct so far in 14.98 seconds in total. Very well done, a run, and welcome to the pyramid. Let's complete this first row as we clear down that question. If you're in the light, you have more chance of getting, in fact, your only chance of getting onto the pyramid. Remember, a run, you can still lose that spot with a wrong answer or 2 consecutive abstentions. So do proceed with caution. Let's go on to question number 4. Take a look at this. In chess, which playing piece cannot move backwards? Oh, yeah, if you played. Almost everybody there, 25 players having a go, and the correct answer was the pawn. Pawn can only move forwards or diagonally when capturing. It can move 2 spaces forward on its first go as an advantage move, but it can generally only move forward, and then it gets promoted when it gets to the other side. All of the other pieces can move forwards, backwards, left, right. And yeah, not necessarily one go. Bishops only move diagonally, but they can move diagonally forwards or backwards. So pawn or pawns was the answer, and if you gave me that, you'll go green. If not, you're going to go red. Everybody in the light getting it right. Very well done. Conrad going rook. No, rooks can move orthogonally forwards, backwards, left or right. I'm afraid you're in the shadows already, and that's where you're going to stay. We need to bring Will back to the light, though, and Silent Marine as well, both getting that one right. Can't qualify on this question, so it's going to come down to the speed of the players in the light. Who was fastest? That's Sprat in 2.58 seconds. He's got 4 out of 4 in a total of 21.95 seconds. Welcome to the pyramid, Matt. Remember, you can still be eliminated with a wrong answer or 2 consecutive abstentions. But remember, of course, you want to maximize your points. So you do want to answer questions, but you also don't want to be thrown off the pyramid. So proceed with caution. Completes our first row. We've got Oni, Fetz, Arun, and Matt on the pyramid. Let's go on to the next row and question number 5. Which composer created the theme to the Pink Panther? I'd be all over this question. Same can't be said for you. Light you up if you played. Not many at all, just 9 players attempting it, one of whom was in the shadows. And not all of them were correct, I have to say. 2 players giving a wrong answer, and it's the same wrong answer. The correct answer was Henry Mancini. He also did the music to the Peter Gunn TV series. And Moon River from Breakfast at Tiffany's. Moon River, or if you prefer, Goldfinger, wider than a mile. There was a good story about that. Was it Tony Newley? Anthony Newley wrote the music to Goldfinger, and obviously Henry Mancini won the Oscar for Moon River in 64, 63, I think. And then the following year, Tony Newley won for Goldfinger. Apparently, they're in the bathroom at the Oscars ceremony, and Henry Mancini walked in and said to Tony Newley, "Congratulations on the Oscars. Where did you get that theme for Goldfinger? Anyway, it's just brilliant." He said, "Oh, I've no idea." And Henry Mancini walks out, and then Tony Newley goes, "Hang on, he won last year for Moon River. I just won for Goldfinger." But yeah, Henry Mancini, gentleman that he was, just sort of left him with that thought. But yeah, there's no such thing as an original melody in classical music, has to be said. Henry Mancini also wrote the rather excellent piece, A Shot in the Dark, which I used as the theme tune for the game of the same name, which I made in my 12 Games in 12 Months project, and I might play later on if I'm feeling very generous. Yeah, now pointing that out, Vertigo, you're never going to unspot that. If you gave me Henry Mancini, you'll go green. If not, you're going to go red. Eli and Riff both going for Hans Zimmer. I'm afraid not. He wrote Going for Gold and Gladiator, but not the Pink Panther, and I'm afraid it's off to the shadows. We need to bring Conrad back to the light, because that's the correct answer. Can't qualify on this question, but we will see you on the next. And so there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players eligible for a slot here, because Beefington is already on the pyramid. Let's see who was fastest. And the Lion King, obviously. She co-wrote with Elton John. Proogs has qualified with a time of 3.81 seconds. He's gotten 4 out of 5 correct in a total time of 31.49. Very well done, Proogs. You are onto the pyramid. Incorrect answer or 2 consecutive abstentions and you will be removed from the pyramid. That's something that's going to be alarming Arun, Matt and Arden Fetz at the moment, because they all, by the looks of it, abstained on that previous question. So they're going to have to give me an answer to this one. We could see some churn coming up. And indeed, they have gone red to indicate that they are in danger. They must give me an answer. If you abstain on this one, Fetz, Arun and Matt, you will be ejected as a matter of course. Let's take a look at question number 6. Here it is. Which book trilogy has factions called Abnegation, Erudite, Dauntless, Amity, and Candor? Light you up if you played. Not many. Unsurprisingly, no one on the pyramid attempting this apart from the ones who are bound to the question. The correct answer is the Divergent series, written by Veronica Roth. Also later became a film series starring Shailene Woodley and Theo James. The Divergent series. I have to say, it's not one that I've come across. And it doesn't look like many people here have either. But if you gave me Divergent or the Divergent series, you're going to go green. If not, you're going to go red. Maybe I'm too old for it. There are a few wrong answers, including all 3 of the players who are on the pyramid. Matt going for the Hunger Games, Fetz with a question mark, Arun going for his Dark Materials. They had to give me something, so they may as well have had a punt. Unfortunately, they're all going to lose their spot. Jogging going for June. Unfortunately, those are all incorrect answers, and it's off to the shadows. Look at that, just like that, 3 vacancies have appeared on the pyramid, and it's all change. First of all, though, we haven't got anyone to bring back from the shadows, but Will, Silver Electron, Ben, or CJ are going to take this tile on the second row. Let's find out of those 4 who was fastest. It was Ben in 5.28 seconds. He's gotten 5 out of 6 correct in a total time of 27.9 seconds. Welcome to the pyramid, Ben. Lovely to have you with us. But 3 players getting that last question wrong means we have opened up some vacancies. So let's prep the pyramid for repopulation. We can see Matt, Fetz and Arun will not get onto the pyramid on this question because they are super in the dark. Also, Eli, Jogging and Riff, priority's not going to go to you because you're also in the dark, but the players in the light, whoever's gotten the most questions correct out of 6 in the fastest time, will take up those slots. And those players are Lupine, Woollyback, Brisbane, All of them, sorry, I beg your pardon, Woollyback and Brisbane with 4 correct answers, Lupine with 5 correct answers, Brisbane 27.79 seconds, Woollyback in 24.48 seconds, Lupine actually getting 5 correct, even faster, 23.55. That's how this game works, and we have had some churn. You don't just get on the pyramid by being fast, you can get there by being consistent. It's all change. Vets, Matt, Arun, still opportunity to get back. There are still 4 tiles left, plus anyone making a vacancy. Let's end that question and move on. Only and Prug's now in danger. I must have an answer from you two, or you will lose your spot on the pyramid. Let's take a look at question number 7. Which of Henry VIII's wives was said to have 6 fingers on one of her hands? And that's time up. Correct answer? No. Light you up if you played. CJ says, I don't know why I answered. Well, the lights go off for Pruse and Oni. They've given it a go, and we'll see if they're right in just a minute. Just 14 players attempting this. The correct answer: Anne Boleyn. Common misconception about Anne Boleyn is that she had 6 fingers on one hand, but that is all it is, a misconception. Nicholas Sanders' book in 1585 was the first to circulate the rumour. He was incredibly biased as he was hostile to the Reformation. Oh, excuse me, it was trying to blacken the names of Elizabeth's parents while he was in exile from England. From this point on, the idea that Anne Boleyn had 6 fingers has lived on in popular memory. One thing I know about Anne Boleyn, other than the fact she was played by Natalie Dormer in The Tudors, is that she was beheaded with a sword and not an axe. Parr, which is one of the players went for. In fact, let's see who was right first of all. Green if you were, red if you're not. Yeah, a few wrong answers in there. Parr, Catherine of Aragon, Anne and Anne of Cleves. Catherine Parr was Henry's widow at the end. Anne of Cleves was the one who he never met before they married. She was called the Flanders mare because Henry was sent a portrait of her where she was made to look more beautiful than she actually was. But he divorced her, but he was quite good to her in later life. Catherine of Aragon, Anne of Cleves, all of those incorrect. And CJ going for Parr as well. Wrong answers, I'm afraid. You're off to the shadows. We did get a couple of players in the shadows getting it right. Matt and Arun, welcome back to the light. Can't qualify on this question. Both Pruggs and Oni managing to get that one correct, so they are going to get to stay on the pyramid and get a buy on the next question if they want it. And it's going to be between Conrad, Adam Irish and Flyboy for this tile number 7. Let's see who out of those 3 was fastest. It was Flyboy in 6.57 seconds, a total response time of 21.65 seconds. Only 3 out of 7 correct, but on the pyramid, that's all that counts for now. Obviously, we want to try and improve that correct answer count because that is going to come into play in the final, but we'll get there when we get there. Very well played, Flyboy, and welcome to the pyramid. Lupine and Brisbane, pressure on you. If you abstain on this question, you will be removed from the pyramid as a matter of course. Everyone else, you can relax a little bit. Those in the light, you want to try and be fastest. Let's take a look at question number 8. What type of food is Lollo Rosso? Do you know about that fact about Catherine of Aragon, Pruse? Because your name is Peter, and therefore you know everything to do with anything called Peter, like Peterborough Cathedral. Welcome to the game, Clive. 9 players attempting that question. The correct answer: it's a lettuce, a classic Italian lettuce with dark copper red crinkled frilly leaves. If you gave me lettuce, you're going to go green. If not, you're going to go red. Indeed, we have some wrong answers there. And Brisbane not giving me an answer. His tile remains red. That's going to be lost as a matter of course. Fet's going chicken. Yoniak going pasta. Ralph, who's on the pyramid, went rice. CJ going kebab. Clive didn't get an answer, but that's a weird quirk in the game. They were technically wrong, but they can't go to the dark. Shouldn't be able to go to the shadows on this question, Clive, because there should be a metric to prevent you from doing that, because it wasn't your fault that you didn't get a right answer. We'll find out in a minute as we send the wrong players into the shadows. And we lose. Yes, indeed, Clive has stayed in the light, because that's the rule that we implemented, because it wasn't your fault that you joined halfway through a question. Yay, you're still in the light. But we have opened some vacancies. Lupine and Brisbane abandoning their slot on the pyramid. No one to bring back from the shadow, so this is between AB Me, Solomon, Adam Irish, and Arun. Who of those four was fastest? It was Arun, second appearance on the pyramid, got it right in 2.7 seconds. He's gotten 6 correct out of 8 in 24.5 seconds. That is Arun's second appearance on the pyramid. So it shows you this game you can fall off the pyramid and you can get right back on. Arun, you must get at least one of these last 2 questions right to stay on the pyramid. Guess who's back? Back again. Arun's back. Tell a friend. Before all that, however, we have got 2 empty tiles. Those of you in the dark, I'm afraid you can't hope to qualify. Ralph and Brisbane, not least of all. So anyone in the light, the more questions you've got right in the faster time, the more chance you have of coming to the pyramid. Let's find out who is coming back to the pyramid. Let's repopulate it. There's Riff. And there's Matt. Riff with 5 correct answers out of 8. Matt also with 5 correct answers out of 8. Riff in 26.43 seconds. Matt in 31.22 seconds. Use that information to help you. If you've also got 5 correct in like 33 seconds, you know you're not going to be far away from repopulation if you get the next one, if you get eligible on the next question. So just bear that in mind. That's why I tell you the stats, so you know sort of where you are with the limited information I give you. Second appearance for Matt the Sprat on the pyramid. Let's end that question. Gonna have another bloodbath here. Oni, Proogs, BC, and Woollyback. You all must answer this question if you want to stay on the pyramid. Let's take a look at question number 9. In which continent would you find the Mackenzie River? Light you up if you played. Quite a few having a go at this one. 22 in total, including quite a few people on the pyramid. The correct answer North America. I will not accept America because you've got North America and South America are recognized as continents. North America, specifically America on its own, is not enough. Mackenzie River is the longest river in Canada. Mackenzie and its tributaries flow for 2,635 miles through northwestern Canada. Mackenzie itself is 1,025 miles long. If you gave me North America, you're going to go green. If not, you're going to go red. Mixture there. Matt on the pyramid went for America. I'm afraid it's not enough there, Matt. Puzzle Dan, welcome to the game. Welcome to the stream. Someone go for Canada. Canada itself is not a continent. You've got to read the question, I'm afraid. Yoniak, Oceania. Prue's going for Africa. Conrad going for Australia. Ralph for Oceania. Australasia. Europe, Oceania, Australia, and Africa. All of those are wrong answers, and I'm afraid I have to send you to the shadows. And also Matt, Proogs, and Woollyback losing position on the pyramid, which means 3 players are going to be coming back on. But first of all, let's bring some correct players back to the light. That's Fetz, Eli, and Brisbane. Cannot qualify on this question. We'll see you on the next, which means it's JR, AB Me, or Silver Electron who can get on the pyramid right now. Let's find out which of those was fastest. It was JR in 5.32 seconds, and JR, if you abstain on the last question, you are the first player guaranteed into the final. Because you can abstain on this question. If you get it wrong, you can still be eliminated, so I suppose it's not a guarantee. But JR, 5.32 seconds, has gotten 4 correct out of 9 in a total time of 16.58 seconds. Very well done. But we've got 3 empty spaces. That's what this game should be about. Lots of churn. Matt, Proogs, Woollyback, not a chance. Those of you in the dark, not a chance. Who's left in the light? AB, me, Fetz, Colin, Grams, Eli, Brisbane, Silent Marine, Silver Electron, Simpsons Angle, technically puzzled Dan, but with 0 correct answers since they've only just joined the game. I think it's probably unlikely. Let's find out which 3 have the highest scores in the fastest time as we repopulate the pyramid. Fetz, Brisbane, and Eli. Welcome back to the pit. Well, for 2 of you, welcome back. To Eli, welcome for the first time. Fetz, 5 out of 9. Second appearance for them. 5 out of 9 in 27.24. Brisbane, 5 out of 9 in 38.18. Second appearance for them. And Eli, 5 correct out of 9 in 41.78 seconds. And their first appearance on the pyramid. There is 1 tile left. Nobody on the pyramid is in peril, so they can all abstain to keep their place if they want. However, got to take you avatar shopping, we really do. There's 1 spot left at the top for those in the light. AB, me, Colin, Graham, Silent Marine, Silver Electron, Stimpson's Angle, Puzzle, Dan. One of you could take that slot. Anyone else could potentially take an available slot if one of our players on the pyramid decides to attempt and gets it wrong. Let's take a look at question number 10. Alice Hardy is the final girl in which classic horror movie? And Fallen Angel, welcome to the game. Light you up if you played. Not many in... Oh, bloody hell. That explains that then. HUDs! Dude, coming in with the raid. The end is never the end. Have you been playing Stanley Parable again? Bruh. Welcome on into the stream. Welcome, Raiders. Fallen Angel, Lakis, the Akoma, Zeebs, Screams Geometrically. What a great name. HUDs, Harkoonen, Raccoon Dog, Cornell Red, Sonic Cannon, Calliope. Welcome to all of you. HUDs, my dude, thank you so much for that raid. There's really anything suitable I could use for Slay the President. That's fair enough. HUD 601, for those of you who don't know, is a Sonic speedrunner and Twitch partner and general all-round salt of the earth. If you don't know, I'm sure most of you know him by now. He's been over here a few times. I've been over there a few times. He's a great guy. Has many cats, all 2 of them. Currently in the middle of his Hallow stream, which, unlike me, I just do for 1 stream. He does for the whole of October. He's raising money for Blue Cross at the moment with some really excellent stuff. Really great streamer. Do go and give him a follow if you're not doing so already. HUDs, how was stream? Hope everything went well for you. I've been having OBS issues. I've had to update it. It's stabilised since I updated it, but my stream deck's packed up as a result, so that's a pain. Roadie Traffic Durg, Zaraphile, Shadow Zaki, Zacko rather, Shiny Zang, welcome to the stream, and Raccoon Dog, thank you very much for that follow. Welcome on in. Slay the Princess is incredible. I will have to investigate. We over here, incidentally, if you don't know me, hi, I'm Royal Flush. This is Game Night. We play interactive quiz game shows on Thursday and Saturday evenings. All of the formats designed and built by me. So if you do like a bit of quiz, you can come and join using the Universal Controller, which is right there, and the room code, which is right there. We are in the middle of the game of the pyramid, and we just got to a fairly critical juncture because there's 1 tile left available before the final. And a lot of players abstained on this one, and yeah, only these players up here, 10 players in total attempting this question. Alice Hardy is the final girl in which classic horror movie? If you are just joining us, no spoilers in the chat is the rule we have here, and no googling the answers either. If you want to play, you're welcome to play, but use your own brain and keep spoilers out of chat until the answer has been revealed. The correct answer is Friday the 13th. Having just said no spoilers in chat, I'm about to spoiler Friday the 13th. Alice Hardy was the sole survivor of the film. But then there is a spoiler for a different film, which I'm not going to say. I will leave you to investigate that later on. But yes, Friday the 13th was the answer. And if you gave me Friday the 13th, you're going to go green. If not, you're going to go red. Ooh, a lot of wrong answers there. We've got Scream, Slice, Scream, The Shining, Psycho, Scream, and Chucky. All of those incorrect, and I'm afraid you're off to the shadows. The London India server partially degraded about 2 hours ago. I had to restart stream. Oh, fine. Or maybe that's been affecting me because all my software and operator and everything was fine, but OBS just kept crashing. I updated OBS and it seemed to fix it. I didn't think it was me, but it's weird that it didn't just sort of concat. I mean, OBS died, but that might have been because I was running an older version, which I have now updated, and it's been a bit more stable things. But thank you for the heads up. I'm glad it wasn't me. Tonight's VOD is going to be in 5 parts as a result. Different Indians would have. Okay, fine. So I guess it just fixed itself. This is very interesting because we've got 3 players in the shadows who need to come back to the light, but they can't qualify on this question. And this is the first time this has happened. We don't have anyone to qualify for that 10th tile. So we go through the motions and we prep the pyramid for repopulation as we normally do. None of the 9 players underneath decided to play, so they all keep their place. Time to test the code. This is not really an edge. I think I've factored this in, but it is going to be between Matt, Ralph, Colin Grams, Adam Irish, Silent Marine, and Fallen Angel. Whoever's got the most questions correct out of 10 in the fastest time will take that 10th tile and go to the pyramid final. Let's find out who's it going to be. It's Lupine with 6 out of 10 in 31.72 seconds. Welcome back to the pyramid. It's your second appearance, Lupine. Very well played. And at the end of all that, we have got our 10 finalists. JR, Fetz, Lupine, Eli Henton, Brisbane, Oni, Flyboy, Arun, BC, and Riff Raccoon. You are our 10 finalists on the pyramid. You can still come and join the game. You still get channel currency if you come in and play at this point, but you can no longer get onto the pyramid because having populated the pyramid, the objective of the final is to depopulate it till we have only 1 player left. Puzzle Dan, welcome to the stream if I haven't said that already, which I think I have. Here are the rules. Players on the pyramid will now face another 9 questions. Obviously, everyone will get these questions as well, but it's principally for the hot seat players on the pyramid. After each question, if at least 1 player answered incorrectly or abstained, correct players will be safe. Player with the lowest score so far who is not safe will be eliminated. If all players are correct, the slowest player to answer that question will be eliminated. The last player who remains on the pyramid is declared the winner. Those are the only 2 metrics. Get it right, and you get to stay on the pyramid unless everyone is right. And then you get to stay on the pyramid unless you were slowest. We're going to lose a player after every question. The key thing to remember is that when it repopulates the pyramid, it doesn't necessarily put you into score order. It will only put those who were correct first and then incorrect in a random order, but it will put the lowest player last. Everything else is pretty much random. So you will have no idea where you are in the pack. So if pyramid gets repopulated and you're on the top tile, it does not mean you have the highest score. So bear that in mind. Don't rest on your laurels because you see yourself in that top square. It means it keeps everybody guessing right until the very end. Good luck to you all. Maxio, welcome to the stream. Let's play. First question of the final. In 2004, which singer married her childhood friend Jason Alexander and annulled it 2 days later? Abstention is treated as wrong in the final, by the way. I definitely need to put that on the instructions. I'm surprised it's not there already. You should be in the shadows, Maxio. I'm wondering if that's a visual bug or if it's going to cause logic issues. We'll find out in a minute. Add to suggestions. That should definitely be on. I thought it was already. It might be on the to-do list already, but yes, in the final, if you're on the pyramid, abstention, thank you, JR, abstention is treated as wrong. I think it's on the notes already, but write it down just in case. The correct answer is Britney Spears. Marriage was annulled following a petition to the court that stated that Spears lacked understanding of her actions. If you gave me Britney Spears, you're going to go green. If not, you're going to go red. Few wrong answers in there. Well, you stay black if you're wrong and in the wings. JR going Taylor Swift. Ralph, no answer. Eli, no answer. Brisbane, Jennifer Lopez. Ben, Jennifer Lopez. Maxio, no answer. That is quite interesting that you are still classified as in the light, but probably not in the final, which I think is a different state, Maxio. We'll find out in a minute. So, if you were right and on the pyramid, you're safe. If you were wrong or abstained, then you might have something to worry about. Let's clear the pyramid. Avoiding that red tile. Let's repopulate. There's our correct players. Who's safe? Lupine is safe. Ben is safe. Eli is safe. Brisbane is safe. It is JR who is for the drop with only 4 correct answers out of 11 in 16.58 seconds. JR, you did have the slowest score out of the wrong answering players there, so I'm afraid your time has come. Thank you for playing, but you've been eliminated. And that's the end of that question. Yeah, Maxio, apparently you're going to be in the light forever now. Unless I did I do a thing? Thought I did a thing to be able to toggle you by clicking, but I might be wrong. I did a thing, I have to be in a certain state, I think, to do it, but that's fine. That's a graphical bug. Can you note that one, Joe? Because that one I definitely don't. You've noted it, thank you, mate. Okay, so Arden Fetch, just because you're at the top of the pyramid does not mean you have the highest score. Bear that in mind. In fact, looking at the notes, I can confirm that you are not going in order, and that is the only information I'm going to give you. Let's go on to question number 2. Which former director of security on the Jerry Springer Show got his own talk show in 2007 that he still hosts today? A reminder for those on the pyramid, abstention is treated as wrong, so you might as well say something. The correct answer: Steve Wilkos. We did accept surname on it, so I must confess it's not a name I've heard of. Forever in the light, chosen by the gods. Absolutely, Huds. If you gave me Steve Wilkos, you're going to go green. If not, you're going to go red. Oh, it's a sausage question. Just Silent Marine and Puzzle Dan in the behind the scenes game getting it right. No answer. Noah, Jimmy Kimmel, no answer. Big Lad, no answer. Steve Colbert, no answer, and no answers. So, it is going to come down to overall ranking because everybody was wrong. Let's clear the pyramid. Player with the lowest number of total correct answers in the slowest time is going to face the drop. Let's find out who's going home. Let's repopulate the pyramid. A run is safe. Lupine is safe. Fetz is safe. Flyboy is safe. BC is safe. Oni is safe. Riff is safe. Brisbane is safe. Eli, it's you. I'm afraid everyone was wrong there, but with only 5 correct in 41.78 seconds, it is the lowest total score. Not necessarily the only player with only 5 correct, but maybe they are. And remember, that order is not necessarily your correct answer order. So if you sat there with, 12 out of 12, and you're 1 away from the drop zone, it's not the order. Likewise, if you're at the top and thinking, well, I've only got 1 more. Again, that is not the order, so bear that in mind. You don't know where you are relative to each other. All we know is that Eli's at the bottom, and you've been eliminated. On we go. Couple of tough questions there. Remember, abstention is treated as wrong for our hot seat finalists, so give me an answer even if you've no idea as we load up question number 3. What name is given to an animal that primarily eats fruit? Adam, I see you in the Discord. I will give you access in a bit. Cola, can you come to Discord? I don't know if there's a couple I just want to run past you if I can. I think probably not, but I would appreciate a second opinion. Thank you, Lewis. Welcome on into the server, Adam Irish. And Yoshi Chief, welcome to the stream as well. Cola as the proofer of the game. I'm just going to run a couple of bits past Cola before I reveal the answer. I beg your patience. If you are just joining, do come and join the Discord, as Adam Irish has just done. You'll be very welcome. There's good quiz content in the Discord. It's sort of the hub for everything. Hopefully you've now got the roles, Adam Irish, while Cola's just checking that for me. I'll give you the member and the streams role. I'll give you the streams role as well. Thank you for your kind words in the welcome channel as well. Do come and join us. So just waiting for Cola to check a couple of things. I have my own instincts, but just hang fire just a minute. Because there's just one or two that we need to check. And there's one I'm going to look at myself, actually. Oh, okay. Right. I have mixed opinions. Not mixed opinions, mixed results. Let's reveal the correct answer, which is a frugivore or a fructivore. We also accepted. Now there are a couple that I need to condone. I've gone to Cola on this because Cola proofed the pack and he's one of the moderation team, and it just saves it being a free-for-all in chat rather than saying, oh, should I accept this or not? If you're right, you go green. If not, you're going to go red. So, a couple I need to check. I'm being allowed fruitarian and fructarian. So, fruitarian, that was allowed, and anyone else who said that has been condoned as well. Fructarian, that has been allowed by Cola. Obivore, which I didn't ask Cola to check, but I've just looked up and can't see anything, so I'm going to say no on that one unless Cola tells me otherwise. Flyboy going fruitery, that's a no, I'm afraid. Then fruitarian, that's a yes. Riff fruitvore, that's a no, I'm afraid. Maxio, no answer, but you're in the light. Anyway. And Coda saying no to omnivore. It's actually obivore, but the B and the M and the N and the V all sort of next to each other, so we're going to say that's a no. So a slightly contentious question that I've got to do some second marking on. And it does mean more than one of you are correct. I'm hoping that that has taken. Let's clear the pyramid. I'm trying to avoid that red tile. Beefington, Flyboy, and Riff. You're the three in peril here. Let's find out which of you is going home. Let's repopulate the pyramid. They have taken. Riff is safe. Oni is safe. Flyboy, I'm afraid it's you, with just 6 questions correct in 47.13 seconds. You were the lowest scoring, slowest player of the wrong answerers, and I'm afraid you have been eliminated. Why did you put fruitarian? It's so sad.
What a shame.
What a shame indeed. Right, and then there were 7. As we go to our next question, Vets, Ralph, Brisbane, Beefington, Fred Banks, Ben, Riff, you are all still in play. Maxio, you're in the light, but not still in play. But in the light. On to our next question. Take a look at this. In which year did Spain win their first and so far only men's FIFA World Cup Championship? Time. Correct answer. Nice non-contentious question here. It was 2010, held in South Africa. They beat the Netherlands 1-0 with an extra goal from Andres Iniesta. I remember that. I remember the opening ceremony of the 2010 World Cup because I just finished my master's degree and was living in my old student house. I remember the crap sofa and the crap TV and the crap living room and the crap student house I lived at in 2010. I remember watching the opening ceremony. There was a voiceover of Nelson Mandela on it, which I do remember. 2010 was the answer. If you gave me that, you go green. If not, you're going to go red. That's going for 2018. No, 2018 was not Spain. Someone will tell me in the chat. 2008 was a Euros year. 1965 was not a World Cup or a Euros year. No answer from Riff, and Maxio is not actually in the final. Literally in Spain during that final. Was it France 2018? Thank you, Ernie. What's it? An Irish bar in Torrevieja. Torrevieja. Got confused. 2012 Olympics. Yes, 2012 Olympics. What did Hud say? 2012. Yeah, Dems with the Olympics. Olympics and Euros in the same year. World Cup is the other even number. So, a few players are going to be safe. Ben, Fred Banks, Beefington, but Brisbane, Ralph Fetz and Riff. One of you is going to be going home. You're trying to avoid that tile. Let's find out whose game is over. Banner and Oni are safe. Riff is safe. Fetz is safe. And Lupine is safe, which means Brisbane, you have taken that red tile with just 6 correct answers in 42.32 seconds. Bad luck. Lowest scoring, slowest player of the wrong answerers there. And I'm afraid it means your game is over. Italy sounds about right. Was Argentina 2022? I can't even remember at this point. Right, that's the end of the question. And then there was 6. Ben, Arun, Oni, Lupine, Fetz and Riff. You remain on the pyramid. Well, let's see what the next question brings. The fashion house Ralph Lauren has what animal in its logo? Sorry, HUD601 is messaging me. Yoshi Chief, welcome to the stream. And unlike HUD601, I respond to DMs when people DM me. Good God, mate. You oh, fucking hell. Sorry, there's my F-bomb for the stream. You look about 12. Sorry, Hudson just sent me a photo from 2010 and I say he looks like he's about 12 and he's, I suppose he's, I guess he's 20, 21-ish, probably. I don't know. We'll talk more about this later on. I've got to return to the matter at hand of the game. It's because he was. The fashion house Ralph Lauren has what animal in its logo? The correct answer. It's a horse. More specifically, the logo is a polo player sat on a horse. If you got that right, you're going to go green. If not, you're going to go red. 19, bloody hell. I'll show you a photo of me at 19 later on. Hold me to that. I look possibly even younger than you look there. A couple of red lights. Fetz, Ralph, Beefington and Fred Banks getting it right. Ben going for Stag. Riff not answering. And Maxio and Yoshi Chief are in the light but technically not in play. I need to fix that. That's a visual bug. So it's going to be between Ben or Riff going home. The other 4 were correct. Let's clear the pyramid. Out of Ben and Riff, who's got the lowest answer count? Let's find out as we repopulate the pyramid. Lupine, Run, Fetz and Oni all safe, as is BC. It's Riff with just 7 correct answers in 38.73 seconds. Riff, good hustle. Got down to the final 6 but can go no further. Thank you very much for playing, but I'm afraid you have been eliminated. And then there were 5. BC hanging on there. Obviously, maybe he's not got any more than Riff. Maybe BC's only got 7 as well, but just in a faster time. But there were only the 2 incorrect, so BC just about hanging on. If that happens again, if you're the only one wrong, you are going to be eliminated. So let's see what happens as we go to our next question. Lupine, Fett, Run, BC, and Oni remain. Here's your next one. What is former US President Joe Biden's middle name? Oh, it's entirely not your fault, Yoshi Chief. It's entirely my fault. It's just a graphics bug. If you join after the first round has concluded, which you and Maxio have done, then it doesn't update the straps because it assumes everyone is already in the shadows. It doesn't actually check, so it probably should. So that's on me, but it doesn't affect the logic, which is the most important thing. We just have to deal with it on the graphics, and I'll fix it for next time. What is former US President Joe Biden's middle name? The correct answer is Robinette, Joe Robinette Biden, 46th president from 2021 to 2025. And if you gave me Robinette, you'll go green. If not, you'll go red. Ralph and Ben getting it right. Ben getting it right pretty quick as well. Fett's going for Walter. I know it was Walker, George Walker Bush. But no, that's not the one we're after. McDiggity. I'm inclined just to tear up the real answer and say McDiggity is correct, but unfortunately I can't. No answer from Arun there, so it's going to be between Fetz, Oni, and Arun. BC and Ralph are going to be safe. Let's clear the pyramid. Who's got fewer questions correct? Fetz, Arun, or Oni? We know that Ben has had 2 appearances on the pyramid. I think Fetz did as well, though I might be wrong. I think Oni just had the 1. Or maybe Oni had 2 as well. I can't remember at this point. But one of them has got the lowest score. Who is it going to be? Who is going home? Let's repopulate the pyramid. You stuck it out, did you, Oni? Good man. Lupine and Ben safe, as we knew. Arun is safe. And Oni is safe. It is Fetz, who's got 8 correct answers out of 16. Half the pack in 50.27 seconds. Good run there, Arden Fetz. I think you did jolly well at this game last time as well, but alas, not to be on this occasion. Thank you for playing, and goodbye. And then there were 3 questions remain this evening, and please do stick around for the midweek Thunderball draw, which will be coming up in about 10 minutes time here at Game Night. Your opportunity to earn even more pennies. As we reset that question, those of you who've come over from Huds's channel, you may recognise the software, because it's what I originally designed it for before I gave it to Huds out of the goodness of my heart. Robblehead, welcome to the stream. I've seen clips of you recently, Robblehead. Are you the one who complains that they have to watch Huds? I think I've seen clips of you appearing in Huds' channel complaining words to that effect. They amuse me greatly. Welcome to the stream. So guys, so humble. On we go. Question number 7. 4 players remain. Here's the next. Yeah, that's fair, Lewis. Which Hollywood actor made their film debut as Boo Radley in To Kill a Mockingbird? Light up if you played. No, let's not do that, because that's not a thing. They may have happened. This may have happened. Correct answer. Robert Duvall, released in 1962. Film won 3 Academy Awards. I have to confess, Harper Lee wrote the book. I've never read it. I know it's studied a lot at GCSE. I did Animal Farm when I was in high school. Who was right? If you were, you go green. If not, you go red. Wow, there's another Sossig there. Ralph is going for Cagney. Beefington not responding. Remember, you might as well say something, Oni. Abstention is treated as wrong. Fred Banks going for Peck. BC going for Gable. No answer from either Maxio or Yoshi Chief, who aren't actually in the final but are still in the light for reasons of graphics infidelity. So it's another one where all of you are wrong, so it's going to come down to the player with the fewest questions in total in the slowest time. Let's repopulate the pyramid. Ben is safe. Oni is safe. Arun is safe. Lupine with 9 correct answers out of 17 in 48.41 seconds. You were the low scorer out of the 4. In fact, it's not just out of the wrong answer players, you were the lowest out of the remaining 4. You don't know by how much. The other players will know their scores. They'll know if they're also on 9, maybe they're on 10, 11, 12, maybe as much as 17. But for you, Lupine, it's been a good run into the final 4, but no further. Thank you for playing, and goodbye. And then there were 3. Ben, Arun, Oni. Oni's been in this position last time he played the pyramid, got into the top 2. He's now in the top 3. Arun and BC also coveting that place at the top of the pyramid. Let's take a look at our penultimate question of the night. The only two countries that have square flags are Switzerland and which other? The correct answer. It's the Vatican City, which is yellow square on. It's a square with a yellow stripe on the left-hand side, a white stripe on the right-hand side, with the Vatican coat of arms emblazoned upon it. If you gave me Vatican or Vatican City, you're going to go green. If not, you're going to go red. Well, this is interesting. Beefington, Fred Banks, and Ben were all correct. So in this scenario, when all three players or all active players are correct, it comes down to who was the slowest on this question. That's a new rule that was implemented for the last edition of the game, and one that we felt worked, because otherwise it becomes a sort of speed game and you've got no chance of catching up. Whereas here, if you're all right, it comes down to who was right in the fastest time. One of you is going home. Who's it going to be? A run is safe. Ben is safe. Oni. I don't have to finish. You don't have to finish second. You can finish third. Mind you, 11 out of 18 is a pretty good score. 70.26 seconds. But you were the slowest out of the three remaining players because you were all correct. 8.34 seconds for that question, which was the slowest out of the three. Arun and Ben both faster. Great run for you, but that's the end of your game. And it comes down to Arun and BC, who are no doubt feeling the pressure. Just checking in the medal cabinets, neither of them has won the pyramid before, certainly not in the reskin. And it is going to come down to these two. If they're both correct, whoever gets it right fastest will win. If one of them's right and one of them's wrong, whoever is right on this question will win. If they're both wrong, then it will be whoever has got the highest score in the fastest time. I know who that is already. I am not going to share it with you. And a reminder, I will not tell you who is right and wrong when I reveal the answers on this question. Good luck. Final question of the night is: in Roman mythology, who was the queen of the underworld? The correct answer: Proserpina. Now, just some answers, a few answers that came in. Understandably, quite a few people have gone for Persephone. Persephone is the Greek daughter of Demeter and Zeus and queen of the underworld in Greek mythology. Those who said Persephone. Those who said Juno, chief goddess and equivalent of Hera, the wife of Jupiter, so queen of the gods effectively. For those who said Hestia, Hestia is another one that is Greek. And for those of you who said Hades, Hades is a god, not a queen. Just to address the issues that people might have, because obviously I'm not going to be able to address them as I reveal the answers. Proserpina was the answer. I press reveal who is correct, but it's the last question, and so it is silent. Proserpina's couch, nice little point. So, it's all agreed to me. Like it. Comes down to this. We don't know whether Arun was right or BC was right. We don't know what their scores are. Let's clear the pyramid. One of these players is about to be crowned atop the pyramid. One of them is about to be eliminated. For the final time, let's repopulate the pyramid. A run is our champion. BC getting 11 correct in 72.65 seconds. I can tell you, both players were incorrect on that final question. BC went for Persephone, a run went for Juno. So both of them were incorrect, and it came down to final scores. And BC had 11, and a run had 12. A run winning the game on total question count by 1 point. A great run from BC there. Give him a hand in chat. Dogfish, welcome to the stream. But BC, you have been eliminated. Which means, after 19 questions, one player emerges above all the others. Congratulations to a run, King of the Pyramid. Or is he? Mirage. It's like it never happened. This is what we do. Pyramid is real, a run isn't. This is what we do. Those who came in from HUDs, we speak about the pyramid in hushed tones, because no one's quite sure if it's real or not, because it always disappears. Run erasure. Look forward to this new game, The Oasis. That sounds like a great title for a game show. I'm going to have to invent that at some point. Oh, good game all round. And Vertigo, welcome back to the question writing team. Lots of fun in that question pad there. It hit the mark in terms of the right amount of churn. I thought that was really well pitched in terms of players coming on the pyramid, going off the pyramid. It was really, really nice. It made it very, very exciting to watch and to host. I hope you enjoyed watching along, Vertigo, and anyone else who was watching along as well. Thank you as well to our players, and congratulations to our run king, or indeed Pharaoh of the pyramid. I'm going to roll the credits, and when we return, we will be doing the midweek Thunderball draw, so please don't go away, because that is coming up very, very soon. Congratulations to a run king of the pyramid. Right, give me just a minute to boot up the software for the midweek Thunderball draw. Very exciting, looking forward to this very much. Hasn't had any changes. Like I said, 100% of my timeline in the last couple of weeks has been either work stuff or reskinning Google that. And that's going to be 100% of my timeline moving forward as well, apart from possibly to patch out the Universal Controller with the vulnerability that came up. It is Thursday, so we are playing Thunderball, confirm config, and yeah, enjoy the titles. Live from the Persephone's Chair Control Room studio, it's time for the Game Night Midweek Thunderball Draw. And if you want to join in the Thunderball with a chance to get some pennies, you need the Universal Controller and you need the room code VMHS. Do come and join the game. We have got room for 40 players. Come in for your chance to maximize pennies. The end of this game night. Before we go and raid, while you come and join, I'm going to continue to filter these raid messages because there are a lot of them. We're going to pick a raid target in a minute. I've got one in mind, so please do stick around for that raid. Although if I open it up, there's a few more people online than I initially thought. A lot have come in. I can't pay forward the raid message, JR. That's not how it works. Okay, let's go through again. Yep, I'm happy with those. I'll pick one from one of those messages. Right! Is everyone in? How many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 25. Oh, come on, we can do better than that. I've only got 25 in. We're in for 15 more. Come on. Come get free fake internet monies. Come join. Or potential free fake internet monies. I'll give you once more round the loop after this one finishes, which I think it's about to... now. There we go. Right, once more around the loop. You have reached your raid message suggestion limit, JR. Yeah, I definitely need to do... I do on the Escape Artist and Battlefront where it's important to know how many are in, because I can't actually count them anywhere. But, yeah, I definitely need to do that. Right, don't forget, Ash is here tomorrow evening with even more quiz stuff. I was about to say stream stuff, which sort of leaves it a little bit vague and open for interpretation. Tomorrow, Ash is going to be streaming Who Dares Wins and All Clued Up. Make sure you're here for that. Join me on Saturday night for Crossfire, Cryptex and Bidding War. And of course, the National Lottery draw next Thursday. Plinko, Distinction and Risky Business, written by me when I find an hour free to write the question pack. That is enough time. No more entries. Let's hide that room code. And let's start machine number 1. Joe McDiggity Biden. That's a good name. I like that, Solomon Dudley. Right. Lucky Dip is available, and I fixed the thing where it will give you numbers higher than 39. So if you just want 10 random lines, just hit Lucky Dip, and it will give you 10 random lines. If you want to pick them all manually, you do you. I'm going to give you about a minute to select your numbers while I check in with this group chat from work. I don't get it. Emails, anything exciting happening? No, just a notification for Twitch that someone is following me, and thank you again for that follow. Right, 30 seconds, and then we're going to release the balls from the first machine. How this works, if you've not played Thunderball before, you can match... if you match 2 numbers in the first machine, you get a prize. The more numbers you match beyond that, up to a total of 5, the more you get. If you match the Thunderball, which is in the second machine, goes from 1 to 14, you get a prize no matter what, but it massively multiplies your points if you match any in the first machine. So if you get 3 numbers plus the Thunderball, that's going to be a very big payout. Apologies, I've still not fixed the overlays. It's on the list. I will get it sorted at some point. Like I say, 100% of my life. Google that. Google that is priority. Unicon Unity build update is second priority. Then it will be going through the backlog of things what need doing. I'd be amazed if I've cleared the backlog before Christmas. Although I've only got Google that is the last reskin I've got on the agenda. Then I need to make Boggle. Then I want to reskin Hacker. And probably something else as well. Right, let's get ready for the draw. We'll release the balls in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's release the balls. So it looks like CJ has been given the default random option as the balls come into the machine and Penny goes round and round. Stephanie on her chair, and we give them a bit of a kick once they're all in, and round they go. Good luck to you all this Thursday evening. I hope the gods are as good to you as they are to Proserpina. Start the draw. And tonight we are using Guinevere and set of balls number 3. So, very best of luck. It doesn't auto-update on your devices. That is coming soon. Pancreas set ball 1.5. No, it's Guinevere. First ball out of the machine tonight is number 31. Second appearance in the main Thunderball draw. Last appeared on Saturday the 20th of September. Good. That's working. Yeah, it actually logs the machine and ball numbers for me now, only. Next out of the machine. That one there is number 35. Second appearance in the main Thunderball draw. Last appeared on Saturday the 20th of September. Noticing a pattern. Should have picked the same numbers from 2 Saturdays back. When we did the charity stream, when we had the Thunderball on the Saturday night. Third out of the machine tonight. That one there, it's number 11. That's his first appearance in the main Thunderball draw. We add that to the Hall of Fame, number 11. And the fourth. Number 21. First appearance in the main Thunderball draw. Coming out of Guinevere with set of balls number 3. You're picking the wrong numbers. Please try again. Sorry, Hunt. Sorry. And the fifth ball. This is the one that could make a big difference if it's on one of your tickets. So that one there, number 23. Second appearance in the main Thunderball draw. Last appeared Thursday the 25th of September, 2 weeks ago. So those are your main numbers, 31, 35, 11, 21 and 23. Let's start the second machine, because of course these are the ones that could make the difference. Let's release the Thunderballs. Just 14 of the Thunderballs. Odds are good you're going to hit one, but, well, better than the previous machine, but you only get to choose one. Arden Fence hoping for a 7 or an 11 here. Bill success. 11 or 13 for Proogs. So 11 would be good for a lot of people here. Apart from Solomon W, he wants 4 or 8 or 10. Lewis looking for a 15. 7 would be very funny. Well, let's see what happens. I'm going to press the button in 3, 2, 1. Good luck. As the balls come to a standstill. We've got one first time tonight. The Thunderball is number 1. First appearance as the Thunderball, and there it is. And tonight, your winning numbers, again in ascending numerical order. Number 11. Number 21. 23. 31, 35, and the Thunderball, it's number 1. Bank has been refreshed and updated, so you can check your pennies. They should have paid out already. Well, let's take a quick glance at winners. Big winners. Who have we got? 1,500 for Lewis for 2 and the Thunderball there. Well played there. 500 for Matt with 1 and the Thunderball. 1,500 for SJ with 2 and the Thunderball. And 3 without the Thunderball for SJ for 1,000. 2,500 for SJ. Very well played there. 1,000 for Sooty Cat for 3 without the Thunderball. And those are the big wins in 4 figures on the tickets there. Let me just glance at my log. AB Me winning 250, Solomon Dudley 100, JR 250. These are the totals, by the way, not just individual lines. Lupine winning 100, Ardenfetz winning 200, Lewis winning 1,500 on a single line. Matt the Sprat winning 500, Proogs winning 750 across 3 lines, Colin winning 950 across 4 lines. That's a good payout. SJ with 2750 across 3 different lines. Very well played there, SJ. Silent Marine winning 1,000. Maxio 100. Simpsons Angle 350. Fallen Angel winning 500. Conradlac 350. Sooty Cat 2,500 across 5 lines. Sooty Cat, the odds are very much in your favour tonight. Only winning 750. Puzzle Down 500. And Huds winning 600 across 3 lines. Well done to everybody who's got some pennies out of the Thunderball machine tonight. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's draw. I'll come back to the camera just to wrap up. But for now, that has been the Thunderball draw. I'll see you after the credits. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? A lovely way to end the stream, and congratulations if you got some pennies out of that. And that's all we've got time for this game night. All that's left is for me to pick a raid message and to raid on over. I think we're going to go raid Flage in Lounge. I know we do it a lot, but Flage, who is a Twitch partner, Vice City Speedrunner, is currently in the middle of his subathon. He's on day 18. He's been streaming non-stop for 18 days, currently in the middle of some Vice City speedruns. He's a great friend of mine and a good friend of the community. I'm sure a lot of you have seen him before, so we're going to go raid on over there. All that's left for me to do is to pick a raid message, and I've got lots of options to pick from. Pity pennies to Oni, and here's your host, Critical Error. To Stimpson's Angle for Go on the Danes. To Arden Fetz for Not You, I'm Talking to the Dog. I have to say that with Harvey Fierstein's voice because that's the in Mrs. Doubtfire. To Oni for Windows Me, Myself and I. I'm going to give this to myself for Cannibal Farm because that's fucking hilarious. To Vertigo for McDiggity is correct. Lupine for subverting Proserpina's couch. AB Me, it's all Greek to me. The Pyramid is real, a run isn't. More for a run there. And more for Solomon for Joe McDiggity Biden. Which leaves me with 3 to choose from. Do you do the dishes naked? Stimpson's Angle. He's getting some pity pennies. And it's a real tough one between these last two. I think Proogs is going to get pity pennies for Garsh. Not least of all because that's something I said. I know it wouldn't feel right to give the raid message to something I said on purpose. But yes, it is going to be SJ who gets the raid message tonight for a Throbber and a Spanker. And thank you very much to Cola for that question pack of Bamboozle earlier on, where they were both in questions, and that's what we're going to say, a Throbber and a Spanker. We are going to go and raid into Flage in Lounge. Thank you all very much for joining me this game night. It's good to be back after a week off. I'm going to be back on Saturday night with even more quiz. We've got Crossfire, Cryptex and Bidding War. I do hope you'll come and join me for that. If you're new tonight, if you've come here from a Twitch recommendation or indeed from a raid, thank you very much for joining us. Do give us a follow. Don't forget to come and join the Discord for even more up-to-the-minute action and interaction with all of us here. We're a friendly bunch, and if you love quiz, you're going to be very welcome here. We are going to go and raid Flage in Lounge, and we're going to say a Throbber and a Spanker, if I can type his name correctly, which I think I have. Until next time, you have been watching Game Night with me, Royal Flush. Be splendid and wonderful and marvellous and safe, and as always, take care. Peace out and good night.